true Starscreamer, he ended up having some car issues. He ended up having his sunroof that could only close 95% of the way. What constitutes as a sunroof and a moonroof? I've never really been too clear on that.
A moonroof is clear and you can see through it and has the pullover, and I think a sunroof is a solid piece that closes up.
Yeah. And I learned
answered that really quick.
Yeah, because I asked the dealer when I bought my old car, my Sentra before this one.
Wow.
That wasn't bullshit. That was actual real knowledge.
You used car sales.
I still am. I mean, have you ever heard me talk or try to convince somebody of something?
All the time.
We don't have the normal Dave Open ramble. We just have a little bit. We have a little bit of an echo, but
that's what I was hearing before. Y'all thought that I was crazy.
I'm hearing it. Actually, Kev, if you could check real quick, I think it might be your speakers on your laptop. But anyway, while we're taking care of that, it's Friday night. We've got most of the gang here. As you probably know by now, we're Figure Action. We're a collector's podcast, and we're happy to have you here. And if you're just joining us now, be sure, if you're joining us on YouTube, that is, be sure to join the live chat. Be sure to hit that like button, that notification bell, and the subscription button if you are subscribed. Well, actually, I had that backwards. Hit the subscription button and hit the bell to get notified when we go live, when we're putting up new content. Because anybody that's been following us knows that we've been experimenting with some additional content. We've got the B-sides, and we've got some other things going up on the channel. If you want to catch up on any previous episodes, you can check out our entire catalog on YouTube. We're also available on Podbean, iTunes, and the Google Play Store. So check us out there if you want to listen offline or listen to any of the other stuff we've done. Joining me tonight, we've got Partsformer. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Hi, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. I also want to point out, too, that anybody that wants to go to the YouTube channel, there may now be convenient playlists of our episodes.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Yeah,
that is convenient.
That is convenient. They'll roll right into the next one, and you can listen for hours and hours of our utter bullshit.
Yeah, especially if anybody caught the B-sides the other night, we're a bunch of us are gamers, and we're looking to talk about games, music, movies, and life in general. Kind of I often steal from I steal from Boogie 2988 quite frequently, so like a rambling series, kind of cool. But what was that?
But I'm good. So
you're good. I'm glad to hear.
I'm glad you're glad.
So, moving down the line next, Tman 978. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm spectacular as normal. At least that's what I tell everybody, so they don't start worrying.
You gotta roll the R on spectacular.
Spectacular.
Spectacular. I can't roll R's too well. My Spanish heritage.
Some Latin flavor to it there. Look at that.
Yeah, it did. My Spanish heritage kind of hates me there. Man, you're better than me. And I'm half Spanish. That's the terrible part. I can't roll my R's.
Arinjado. But I don't got nothing going on, really. I'm wearing my Rube the Great shirt. He needs to watch this. I know he doesn't watch this.
Well, he should. We're pitching this on the syndicate.
Yeah. We got Nate here, I see in the comments, so that's good.
Always good to see.
What's up, Nate? Nate Simmons.
There we go. And next up on the list, we got Joe Crab. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I started my vacation today, so
all right.
all through now till next Monday, I'm on vacation. So I'm pretty happy about that. I've been burnt out on work lately. I know I've probably been beating a dead horse in our show chat, but yeah, it's good to be on vacation, and it's good to be here with you guys. So what are you drinking there? Is that a twisted tea?
Yeah, twisted tea, my drink of choice.
I thought thought that was Stella.
Nah, it's Twisted Tea. Stella's number 2.
Oh, okay.
So next up, we have a very special guest tonight. We got a personal friend of mine and the creator of the D.M.V Action Figure Society, Mr. Kevin Womack. Kev, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Got rep D.M.V, baby, you know.
Glad to see that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are an awesome group. We'll get into kind of the history of the group down the line here. But anybody listening out there, be sure to check out the D.M.V Action Figure Society on Facebook. Even if you're not in the DMV area, for those that don't know, DMV is the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. But you guys are open to all collectors from all avenues.
Correct.
So very cool.
Is that shirt available yet?
Yeah.
Sing, my friend.
Cool. Hey, if you bring some to the meetups, I'm sure a lot of people will be willing to buy them.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm thinking about it.
And T's rubbing his hands. He's not normally down to just buy clothing. So if you got this man excited to buy a shirt, I know he's repping Rube, but if you got him excited to buy a shirt, then
I feel you.
Wasn't this the same dude that was excited about his T-shirt haul from Five Below?
Yes.
Yeah, but if anybody that finds a Mega Man shirt, I think they're going to be excited.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a good point. I concur.
So, all right. I already said I'm doing good. I'm on vacation. Let's get into one of the best parts of the show. Well, not the best parts of the show, but one of our favorite parts, the hauls. We'll go back around.
Save Kevin for last.
Oh, yeah. Well, I am saving him for last. Anybody that knows Kevin knows that he's famous for his hauls. So
This might be the longest show ever.
Nah.
Actually, if you were a Transformer, you would be long haul.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's a terrible joke. I'm gonna get on drawing that. Kev is also an artist. He drew some folks in the community as Transformers. I think I need to pay it forward.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's funny because you was next, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've been so busy on some a project for somebody I can't talk about it right now, but you'll see it soon. But I was actually about to draw you next.
Nice.
So.
Very cool. I actually plan on doing some art while I'm on vacation. So
you need to. You got me back drawing, so you got to start drawing again.
I'm glad I have actually. I don't know if I showed you or not, but let me pull it up real quick. Now I don't want to update iOS.
Yeah, don't.
I've been working on a piece for a friend of the show, Lux Baldwin.
Oh, that's nice.
So
I think
don't
I need a fireplace in the back though.
Yeah, all I gotta do is the background, and then I think it's done.
That's sexy right there.
Yeah, I want to format it so he can use it for shirts or whatever.
You gonna do a PNG?
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll probably vector it in my free time.
Put his logo back there.
Oh, the Hail Hasbro is actually on his shirt.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that picture in a while.
Yeah. I just did some more shading on it, and
hey everybody.
So Parts, what did you get this week, man?
Let's see. You got me a copy of Solo, a Star Wars story, which I really like. So if you don't like it, that's cool. I don't agree with you. And let me see. I also found on Amazon. So I saw this guy in Barnes & Noble and wanted to pick him up, but Barnes & Noble will be asking Barnes & Noble prices for things. And Amazon had it dirt cheap, but I got this, which is the Final Fantasy Ultimania Archive Volume 1, which covers Final Fantasy 1 through 6. And it's a breakdown of sprites and characters and enemies and basically just like behind the scenes and stuff for all the Final Fantasies in it. And I figured if I have Volume 2 on pre-order, I probably should just go ahead and pick up Volume 1. So I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. Having said that, I've only actually beat 4 of them. So
that's
what's that?
There you go.
That's 4 more than me.
And then today I actually just got in from Good Smile. So my no, this isn't good actually. It's Bad Smile. So
I see it already.
So Peabody here, Jordan was kind enough to give me a Peabody figure from Good Smile. So this is actually their Figma release, but it's missing an antenna in the back. And he warned me about that. Like he didn't, give it to me, and then on the way while he's driving away, say it's broken as he drove down the road. So I knew it was broken coming in. He said, just try to contact him and get the part. So today I got in this from Good Smile. Now, the reason I tell this otherwise mundane story is because this piece
is broken too.
No, it's the wrong part. It's the part for the Nendoroid. It's huge compared to the original figure. So I could actually use it as Peabody's jacket or maybe a helmet. So I right before the show started, I sent an email update to him saying, hey guys, thanks a lot, but could you try again? So we'll see how that plays out. But that's all I've got is a one wrong piece, a book and a movie. So
I will say they shipped it pretty fast.
They did.
Yeah, at least they shipped it. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
They fell asleep at the wheel though.
Yeah, but at least they shipped it. We talking about a overseas company.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on replacement parts from DX9 that I think they said they'd ship over a month ago.
And I was pretty specific. I was pretty specific in my original email. I did give him the Figma number and everything, but
yeah.
Oh well, we'll try again.
Because they want like shots of the box and
Yeah, well, they wanted, so they asked for pictures. I'm like, how can I give you a picture of something I don't have? It's not like it's broken. Like, I don't have the antenna. So I was like, here's his back without it, But that's all from me.
Always an adventure. Tman 978. What'd you get this week?
Well, I got Lady Deadpool.
Nice.
And she can't hold this sword well. I think she's used to holding thicker things in that hand.
Whoa.
Oh,
wow.
Oh,
there it is.
I knew that was coming.
I found these two, what do they call it? Prime Masters, Megatronus and Solus Prime.
I still need those.
I bought this case for my Nintendo Switch. It was $4 and change.
Whoa. That thing was like $35, $40 when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It was on clearance in Target. I bought this little Bumblebee.
Can we just give a shout out to Target clearance items?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God bless them.
They are awesome. They already have the 10th anniversary Marvel Legends on clearance.
Yeah, I know.
They don't got time for that. And the last thing I got is, wait, not the last thing. I get this Megatron from McDonald's. He walks, but this little switch has a difficult time working.
Megatron.
And
that'll be a quick chill review.
I put it at the end of my toy hunt that I'm editing today.
Spoilers.
But it is not quick. You got to wait 30 minutes before you see it. Almost.
Like a plastic addict video.
Yeah. Well, I spend less time in the car telling you about what I'm doing. But last but not least, for my 8,000 subscribers, I was gifted this Shadow Panther from Extra Zero. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I gotta review him. You probably can't see him because he's black on black right there.
Watch him out.
When you take him out of the packaging, you still can't see him. He's that dark. It's like pure. I've never seen plastic this black.
Yeah.
But he's still fun, and I love him.
Congratulations on the 8K, by the way.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Even though you're like 8.3 now. So.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'll still allow it.
Get that 9K gift ready.
Yeah. Well, I tend to like do like the even the even amount. So, Very, very cool.
So next year.
Kev, you, as I mentioned earlier, you are famous for your hauls.
Oh, me?
Oh yeah, you're famous for your hauls. Like I like to the point where like jealousy doesn't even describe, because like this man, like it's like a toy store every week.
Yeah, I just like the
I have
plastic.
to point out real quick, that I was expecting to see a pile of toy boxes in the background, but I'm actually seeing a pile of shoe boxes. There we go.
A little change in perspective is all you need.
Do you run out of room to move around?
He's not actually sitting in a chair. It's actually just boxes that are unopened. Oh, look at him go. Look at that.
Yeah. All right.
So for the folks that are listening and have no idea what the hell's going on, Kev is giving us a tour of the room.
Yeah.
And directly behind him is the tower of boxes. And at the top of the tower of shoe boxes, you can see the Eye of Sauron. And then he shows us all the other boxes scattered around him.
Nah. Joe want to go? Joe want to go first, or I'm trying to figure out some Dragon Ball Z stuff came out. So support.
Yeah, I know you got something. We'll get Joe first.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you probably got this too, I guess. I got the demoniacal fit Captain Ginyu, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, I have to say, for a third party kind of, not really a knockoff, but a third party first attempt. It's great.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
It looks great. I've got that I just opened the Monster Arts Kiru Mecha Godzilla.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So I haven't really gotten a chance to really mess with that too much. And I don't have them here close by, so I can't grab them. The RX-78-2 Gundam. It's the die cast. What do they call it?
The metal build? The metal build?
It's not a metal. No, it's not the metal
composite.
build.
The composite.
It's the already made. I ain't got time for that. Putting them together. Gundam fix figuration. What do they call them? GFFMC.
Joe, where'd you get that from?
Amazon Japan.
Huh? Because I want an RX-78, but I don't want to build one.
Yeah, that was the same thing. I was like, I don't have time to build one, and I know it's not going to look anywhere near as nice as this. So I just went ahead, and I think it's smaller. I think it's a bit smaller than you get with the metal build or perfect grade, but it's about the same price. Yeah. Actually, it was less than a metal build, but probably about the same price as a perfect grade.
If you don't mind, shoot me a link to that, because
Does it say high? Does it say high res on it?
Does it say high res?
Yeah.
On the box?
Yeah.
Metal composite.
Metal composite. Okay.
Yeah, here's the box here.
Okay.
It's a great piece, man. It comes with a ton of accessories. You can change out some body parts to make it look like different versions of it.
Nice.
Does it have bazookas? Everything.
Does the core fighter come out of the torso?
Yeah. So the torso separates, and actually,
yeah. So you just sold me on it.
It's cool that it separates and the fighter comes out, but at the same so you sacrifice an ab crunch. There's no ab crunch.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm used to even with the perfect grade kit. I'm used to like the ab crunch just being absent.
Yeah, you don't need it, but it was. I thought it would have it being an already assembled die cast figure, but I'd rather have. I think I'd rather have. It's cool. I really like it.
Nice.
I spent like 2 hours the other night taking pictures.
I gotta check your Instagram.
Actually, you know what? Real quick, I did want to mention this is not this week. It was last week. I wasn't on last week. I got the amazing Yamaguchi Batman, and a lot of people were kind of like afraid of the cape on that.
I like the cape.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun to work with, and it's sharp, but it's not. It doesn't just fall apart. You can do what you want with it, and he holds it up. I was surprised. He actually. You can put him in a pose, and he can support all that cape in the air, and no problem. And it's solid.
You know what it is, Joe? One person say they don't like the cape, and everybody say they don't like the cape. One reviewer say they don't like it. Everybody like, oh, the cape's shitty. That cape is perfect. Because when they were showing that cape off, at like Comic-Con and stuff, and they had it, you know, flexed out and gone and spinning around, everybody loved it. But one person said, "Oh, cloth cape," and you know they lost their mind. So yeah.
That was one of the main reasons why I got it, because it's different. I like to get things that are different, and that's the first time that I've ever seen a cape like that, and I wanted to pick it up, and I really enjoyed it.
I feel you.
People hate soft goods for some reason.
I collect Hot Toys.
Yeah.
I like it on Hot Toys, but on some shit, I don't like it. Like at Rebel Tech, like I love the Magneto cape. I don't know why people don't like it. I mean, it's heavy, but what else you gonna do? Like people putting cloth capes on it, tearing their figures up just to get a cloth cape. Like on that Batman, you gotta tear the whole back out just to put a cloth cape on it to make it look decent. So
and Magneto comes with a stand too, right?
Yes, he does. Or does he? I never opened mine. It's over there somewhere. I don't know. I never opened it. It's still in the box. I'll get to it though.
Before Kevin gets to his haul, I'm gonna do mine real quick. Oh, guys, this little dinky bumblebee.
Hey, dinky bumblebees for everybody.
Yay! Yeah, it was a light week for me. Stuff that was supposed to be here by now isn't here. I also did get Solo. I'm like, man, I get mine on the 4K Steelbook because pretentious collector's packaging. Yeah, that code's already been redeemed, so don't think you're getting sneaky on us.
Oh, did you give yours away, Matt?
What's that?
Did you give your digital code away?
To myself.
Yeah, to myself.
My I have a shared video account with some friends, and none of them were buying Solo, and you know, I haven't missed a beat on Star Wars movies, even though I don't like The Last Jedi. I still own it. So yeah, I'm a slave to Lucasfilm there.
Yeah, without getting in trouble, I save my money for toys. I get my movies a different way. I still got the 4K version. I just get it.
You just get it. You get it through Cody.
Hey, say that. Let's not speak on that.
No, nothing said. Nothing said. Yeah, Deluxe in the chat going, fuck Solo. Well, you know, Deluxe, I wanted to say fuck Solo. I saw it in the theater for myself, and I actually walked away liking it. I didn't really care for Rogue One, but I actually really like Solo. I liked how they had Han meet Chewie. I liked the action in it. I liked the supporting cast. I just kind of walked out of it thinking that like the actor Aldrin Eldrick, I'm probably butchering his name, but I didn't think that he was like the best choice for Han Solo. I wanted somebody that was like closer to Harrison Ford, but I ended up really enjoying the movie. I had a lot of fun, and I thought it was really cool. They tie it into Rebels in an interesting way, and I actually walked away wanting more of it. So, you know, for what it is, I thought it was good. I already said I was going to buy it no matter what, but you know, wanting more of it, I think was what surprised me the most, because I saw it thinking it was, oh, it's a Star Wars movie, I need to see it for that reason. But you know, I think that a lot of people underestimated the movie, and I think that if you're on the fence about it, it's worth a red box. It's worth you know, a rental, and then make your decision from there. So yeah, I think Kev, if you had enough time to compose yourself, I want to hear what you got this week, man.
Okay. Well, even though a lot of people don't like it, I bought this a few minutes ago. I was gonna wait to the con. It's Beast.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That Marvel Select Beast. I bought that.
New one.
Let me tell you something. If you crouch this dude down, he'll fit perfectly in with Marvel Legends. Mm-hmm. Crouch him down, put him in a crouching pose, he'll fit right in. And plus, you get the other Danger Room piece in it with some poles he can hang from. What else? Joe, I got something that I know you got, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, this guy right here.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Trust me. It might not look like it. He's one of the best figures that came out this year secretly, and it has a plastic cape, but trust me, it's a beautiful piece of toy right there.
You gonna have him with Mr. Satan?
Only,
Say it again.
I say you gonna have him. With
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just asking if you're gonna have him with Mr. Satan.
Yeah, I got one of those old Mr. Satans from like Jack's Pacific that's still like in a box somewhere. I'll throw him up with him for right now until Mr. Satan drops next year. But yeah. Hold on.
So Mr. Satan's coming with B, right?
Yeah, he is.
With the dog,
yeah. You see, that was my only complaint with Boo, was it didn't really come with very many accessories, and that I guess the dog would have been the only thing you really could have done. But that was my only complaint, is that it didn't really have a whole lot with it.
Yeah, I feel you. I felt the same way, but then when I actually seen them, because I seen them at the con, I seen them at Older Con, but I was like 10th in line, and they only had like 5 more left because I was gonna get them early.
Right. Yeah, I thought you had got it at Older Con.
No, the next day I wound up getting the Brawly and the Cell, because the first day I got the Vegito. The Cell and Brawly sold out like 2 people in front of me. I was kind of pissed. I know y'all don't do statues that much, but got this Super Saiyan 4 statue.
I love statues.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan Mac love them.
Yeah, I only really do these statues. Not too big in those.
Vultures? Which one is that?
This is the special version. So it has like it's 4 of them in here. They're like a Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and the Goku Black, which I have already. What else I got? I went to Barnes and Noble the other day, and I found this sweet piece of ass right here.
Yeah. She's my favorite Street Fighter figure.
Son, look, it's funny because I went to Barnes and Noble, and I'm like, it's raining. Every time I don't feel like stopping, and I tell collectors, when you don't feel like stopping, always stop at that store. You'll find gold. I walk in there, Barnes and Noble shit everywhere all the time. So I'm looking. I'm like, what the hell is that? I seen a Ken, and then I seen her, so I picked up. I wanted to use somebody Barnes and Noble card so I can get a couple dollars off, but I just grabbed it anyway.
Tell the people doing audio what it is.
What? Say it again.
I said some people listen audio only later on the podcast. They can't see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
It's I always bush her name.
That's why I didn't say it.
Sakura.
Sakura from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
It's Ryu protege. But it's funny because her fireball is actually larger than Ryu's, but it's like that in the game as well. She can't control her Kai, I believe, or her inner focus, so it comes out very large. But I love her. That fighting style body. That fighting style body is amazing. I bullied my way at Walmart the other day. I seen a box and I bought these guys. I know people don't like the new show, but I watched it with my son. He's 5. This shit was grown man hilarious.
Say what it is. Don't forget to say what it is.
Sorry. It's Raphael from the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I almost bought Michelangelo today, but I was like, yeah, keep my eyes on the prize because I wanted some Marvel Legends.
I got the Donatello as well. What else? I got Leo. Sorry about that. The Leonardo from the same figure line, the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I have the Mikey as well. I bought 2 Mikeys, one for my son and one for me, because my son loves Mikey.
Did you say you bullied your way to those in the Walmart?
Yeah. So what happened?
All the little kids away.
Did you just like bust open the warehouse doors and been like, "Hey, where's the case at, y'all? Where's the case?"
And just mowed them down.
No, not this time. So basically, I seen a box. I go in there right like 11 o'clock or so, and I'm like, oh, that's the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shit. So I finished doing my figure hunt, and I see something that I like. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm about to open this box like I work here. So, I take my key, open it up, get the figures out, take them to the restroom, buy the shit. I found this last week. This is my first time seeing this, the Mario Odyssey. Like, he's really detailed. I know a lot of people don't collect the Nintendo World of Nintendo figures, but I collect at least I think I buy 2 of every one most of the time. but it's the Mario Odyssey from the actual Nintendo line. He's really dope. His hat can actually come off, and as you actually see, he doesn't have the hat on in the package. Trying to get the glare. What else?
Can he hold Cappy by the brim? Is that what that other the hand does?
Yeah.
It's the simulated, yeah.
Okay.
Like with the one finger.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and like if you look on the back, he's like spinning Cappy.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
That might be a pickup if I see him.
What else? I got a Demon Joker from SH Fig Arts.
Oh, we're gonna talk about those later.
Hold on one second.
In the chat, Nathan Simmons says he wishes they had a smoke accessory for Majin Buu, and I think you can agree with that one.
Oh yeah, they do. The thing is, the line we collect, Tamashii Nations, for one of the Kamen Riders, they have like that smoke that comes out when he does like some type of super move, and people have been using it, and it fits perfectly. It's like clear smoke. If I can find a link, I'll actually link it up to you or send it to you guys.
Do you realize what you've just done?
I know, bro.
You just opened up another rabbit hole, probably, because I'll buy one and then 2 or 3. And
all right, so the Aquaman line, I bought the whole set. The
nice.
So this is a mirror. I guess it's Aquaman's lover or wife. I don't really follow DC that heavy, but I like some of the figures. I got another black super villain, the Black Mantis from that Aquaman line.
Fun fact, he's actually supposed to be from Baltimore in the fiction.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Sounds about right.
And these are from the movie?
Yeah, it's the DC multiverse line. The good thing is it's only take 4 of them to actually build the collect and connect. I think Ocean Master. I can't find Ocean Master, but this is the Aquaman from that line. And it builds this thing called the Trench Warrior.
Have they shown him wearing that costume in any trailers?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
I'll have to look again.
I actually found that Mikey I was talking about from the Rise of Ninja Turtles. He's pretty cool.
Nice.
When my son opened hand, he had like a skateboard in the inside, and they have like magical weapons and stuff along with their regular weapons.
Do you remember how much they cost at Walmart?
Yeah, they was $9, $8.99.
Oh, good.
That's why
Walgreens they were 11, so I know the weight.
I seen them at Walgreens, and this is the DC Essentials line, the new line. It's the Black Manta from that line.
Sweet.
Have you opened up any of those new Essentials figures?
I have all of them except for like Superman and Brainstorm because I couldn't find them. I found them tonight, but I'm gonna wait to Baltimore Comic-Con and see if I can get a deal on them. But no, I haven't. They got the same. They share the same bodies, so I'm not really too big. I like the size of the body. All right, I got some big purchases. This right here is the I want to take it out, but it's gonna be hard. It's the actual gantry set, Iron Man Hot Toys, Iron Man, and the gantry. So it's like you get the gantry and the Iron Man that goes with it. I think it's like the Mark 6. Let's see. I got it out now.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah. Whoa. Somebody drinking some delicious water.
Yeah. His mic is really good.
What else I got? I got this guy. This is Gladiator Hawk, the Hot Toys Gladiator Hawk.
Oh man, you got to bring that to the next meetup.
Got you, homie. It's so big it comes with a handle. Can you see that?
Oh my god! Did the Hulkbuster even come with that? I remember when you guys brought that. It was like carrying in like a coffin. Yeah.
I was gonna say a small child, but it's bigger than that.
I was gonna say the Ark of the Covenant.
A small child in a coffin.
You see that?
So you're saying a small child from the 1800s?
I got a few more things too. I got it's another statue line called I think Grand Dicer. I got like two Naruto figures. I think I got another Vegeta. This is what I got today. I thought it was my Storm Collectibles Mike Tyson coming. So I answered the door and it was this pretty mama right here. My new baby.
Oh, you got a Note 9.
Yes. I can't wait to use it. So I'll probably open her up tonight. Try out. I gotta work at 1 a.m. So I'll probably hit up work and mess around with her. Oh, also I bought Dragon Ball Z Fighters for my Switch. So I can't wait to play that. So that's it.
Wait, is that out?
Yeah, I didn't even know it was coming out on Switch.
It came out today. I thought
man.
It supposed to hit at midnight last night, but they didn't have any releases. So I just waited to today and picked it up. But it's
now,
cool.
is it the complete version with all the DLC?
I'm not sure about that because Cooler and Android 17 came out today. So
yeah, they're still putting out DLC for that.
Yeah, they still putting out DLC, but it's nuts because I literally own all three: PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and now Nintendo Switch. But to take that game on the go with console like abilities, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I think that's it.
A quick interjection: the biography here on Black Manta says that he grew up in Baltimore, and he loved to play in the Chesapeake Bay. So that's where the came from, or whatever.
Is that where he got his power?
Why he's the villain?
Yes, the toxic goo.
He fell in the trash wheel, and that's where he got to build his armor.
I had no idea he was African American.
Yeah.
I always
that was like a big reveal in the comics. He's like, "There's a reason I call myself Black Manta."
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen the Young Justice cartoon,
it's amazing.
He is so awesome. He's awesome in that.
That's when I found out how awesome he was in that cartoon. I was peeved that they stopped it at one point.
Oh, it's gonna be coming out. The new season's gonna come out in the subscription service.
Yeah, that's
by the way, hi Kevin.
What's going on? You get everything taken care of with your whip?
Huh?
Never mind. Let's not talk about it.
Right. What we should talk about though is what did you get this week?
Oh God.
There shouldn't be any pressure.
I am not going to go over every piece. I will say I think this week was the record haul for me for sheer volume because my backlog came in. I got 3 cases of Marvel Legends. I have the complete Venom wave. I've got the complete Sauron wave and the complete Spider wave. Then, just because I decided to go out for some point, I went and finally got my hands on Darkwing.
Nice.
So I still haven't found the rest of the Dinobots. And of course, while I was there, I saw Megatronus.
Everybody's finding that but me.
And then, even though I said I was out, I said I was done. Hi there, everybody. I got me a NECA.
Nice.
So I got the Fugitive Predator. And last but not least, especially if you are a follower of the Figure Action YouTube channel, you know that I got my hands on the Mattel Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which I actually now I'm tempted. So you guys are talking about Black Manta. I'm actually tempted to get the Black Manta. Foosh did it. The Foosh did a full breakdown of that wave, and it actually looks pretty good. But yeah, I got a whole lot of stuff this weekend. Just no time to photograph yet.
Well, look forward to seeing it.
So
yeah, very cool. Very cool. I'm
glad
you're able
and then maybe a new car next week.
Oh boy, all over a sunroof.
It's like the final nail in the coffin. Okay, it's got its own issues, but it's just like for crying out loud of all things.
Well, at least Parts was cool enough to explain to me the difference between a sunroof and a moonroof. He just knew it, like, literally right off the top of his head.
I'm cool.
You don't.
I didn't know that a sunroof was tinted.
Well, it's not that it's tinted. It's actually just a piece of the, it's the same, it's metal, the metal part. It's like painted at the top, closes up the car totally, and then the moonroof's actually a window.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't know that part either. The more you know.
So, yeah. My car right now is currently at about 5% of a gap opening with the moonroof wedged in there. So if any rain comes in there, I know funky stuff will grow on the top and then leak in, and, I'll die of black mold and inhalation. So, yay, me.
Boy. Duct tape is your friend.
So, one last thing before we get on to our first discussion of the night. How about your contest for that Marvel Legends Deadpool? Any entrants yet?
Not really.
No.
Apparently, people don't want that Deadpool.
What? Well, for those of you that don't know, our friend True Star Screamer is running a really good contest right now where you can win yourself the original Marvel Legends. Well, it's not the original one, but it's the good one.
The good one
from the Juggernaut wave. All you need to do is submit your best figure photography by the next show. That's going to be on October 5th. And we're going to go through and we're going to pick the best. So we don't have too many entrants right now. So all you need to do.
Odds are looking good.
Yeah, odds are looking good for you to get a figure on the lam.
In the continental
US. Now, if you're outside the continental US, I may pitch in and pick up the shipping. All right. So anybody out there, you want to submit your best figure photography, and if you even have existing figure photography, re-upload it. Put hashtag Figure Action Podcast, and we're going to go
we
through.
We won't know. What the hell will we know?
Yeah, we'll share it on the next show. Do a little community showcase. So just be aware. And so moving on to our first discussion of the night, we have a very special guest, as you all are aware, Mr. Kevin Womack, and he runs the D.M.V Action Figure Society. And Kev, I just want to run down. Tell us about the D.M.V Action Figure Society and, kind of give us the little history and why you founded it.
Yeah, so I founded it because just like everybody else before Facebook and YouTube and all these other platforms, I literally thought I was the only person that collect figures in Maryland until, you go to a store and be like, why is this gone? I'm the only person that collect action figures on this side of town. But me and my buddy Mike Hampsey, we actually met probably 2 years ago. I was at GameStop in Towson, and I was looking for something, and he was looking for something. I looked over and seen the way he was like looking. I said, "You collect, don't you?" He was like, "Yeah." So we hit it off there, exchanged numbers, went to a couple stores that day together, found some Marvel Legends, and I said, "Man, we need to, do something, because if it's other like-minded collectors like ourselves that's going around helping each other, find stuff and beating these scalpers to the point, and we can probably, help a whole bunch of people out as well as ourselves, get a bunch of eyes in different areas, and just have a community of people that's like-minded with no bullshit." We all know how bullshit some of these Facebook groups can be. People say one thing on the outside and then do something totally different when no one's watching. I just wanted a community
on Facebook.
Yeah, Two-Face on Facebook. But I just got tired of the bullshit. People bringing politics into it. I'm only here to talk about figures, pop culture shit, and shit to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? All the other bullshit for real life.
Drama.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so that's the main reason why we started. I'm one of the co-founders. My homeboy Mike Hampsey, a co-founder, and we got some admins, some good admins, and we wanted to keep it small, just DMV area. But then the more I started putting stuff out there, the more other people wanted to join in. So we opened it up to like Philly, and now anybody can join. Just don't bring the bullshit, basically, and we down to have you. I mean, we got people in different countries already on. So as long as you're about the figures, about having fun, not talking real life about real life on the actual Facebook group, I'm down to have you. You can post anything you want. Just don't go too hard, you know. No figure bashing at all. I cannot stand Pops. I hate Pops. But when I see somebody post it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their own passion.
Right.
And, you know, I wouldn't want nobody to shit on my passion because I like hot toys or Transformers or whatever I may like. So if you post it, it's going to get some love. You ain't got to worry about the bullshit. And Tman is gone.
He'll be back.
He's got not from the D.M.V group,
here.
ladies and gentlemen.
I just muted because I had to do something real quick.
Oh.
Okay. He's in the bathroom.
He had to stand up and he wasn't wearing pants. And he didn't want our audience to see.
Oh, we were supposed to wear pants to this thing?
Well, you weren't. You know, there was no rules, but just we ask it for the
There's one rule.
Yeah, there's one rule. Just turn off your camera if you guys stand up.
Okay. But
for those of you listening on Podbean, you just dodged a bullet.
But yeah, that's basically it. Just a no bullshit type of group where everybody felt welcome, no matter if you female, male, gay, straight, lesbian, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. Just all figure love. But I love everybody. As long as you don't force your views on nobody else, we all good. So that was really it. Just a place to have fun and come together and share photos and images, and mainly, you know, tell people what's hitting in the area so everybody can start looking for that item before the scalpers get to it. So
for real. Yeah. And I gotta say, like the last meetup that I had, we were pretty heavily involved with the D.M.V group, and you know, it was great getting a lot of those folks to come out. You know, we had you know, Stephanie and her husband Sven. We had, you know, Jay came out. You know, we had Max and his girlfriend Amber. We had a really good turnout of people, and you know, it's just kind of great getting to know the people. You know, we're all in it because we love to collect, we love figures, and it's really cool to bring people together and see, you know, collectors, like-minded individuals, and you kind of get a little bit of a convention vibe. And even when you're just posting in the group, it's really positive, and you know, people are just there because they love the hobby, and it's really good to see and interact.
And you hit the nail on the head too with what you said about not knowing other people in the area like collected, because when I started in all this shit, like that was a mind-blowing moment to see how many people around me were actually in the same shit that I was.
Or that dude that you seen walking out the store, you like, that's where I know you from.
Yeah, now you know, right? Yeah, now you know what to look for. You're like, oh, you got that same look on your face that I got.
Yeah, that's.
How am I going to sneak this past my wife?
But you know, that's a really cool story about, you know, how like you know, when you were out there and you saw Mike, because I know when you met Tman out in the wild, it was a bit, you know, I recall you knew him from YouTube, right?
Well, I started watching Tman just out the blue. I guess he came on my recommendations or whatever. Started watching him, and then I looked around. I'm like, hold up, that's the Walgreens I go to. I said, hold up, that's Mon Darman. That's Gwen Oak. Oh, I said, hold up, this dude from Baltimore. And then I think from his video, I started watching Bo Matrix, and then Tman, you know, had to be a dick that Tman is and say Bolt Matrix. I'm like, I don't get it. He's like Baltimore. I was like, oh, Bolt Matrix. I get it now. So then I chopped it up with him before on like some on YouTube, just chat back and forth. He's a pretty cool, decent guy. And but when I first met Tman in the wild, he was on his hunting grounds on Milford Mill, and I like called to him like, yo, Tman, and he was like, what? And I was actually working. I don't want to tell people what I do, but I was actually working. Most people know, but I was working, and I thought he was about to start running, so I didn't want to run into the street. So I was like, oh. Yeah, so, you know, Tman got people after him, so I was like, Tman, he looked like, motherfucker, I don't know you. About the jet, so, yeah, it was kind of funny.
Why is this guy calling me? Then I had to realize that you said Tman and not my real name.
Right, yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah, but yeah, man. Like you said, man, it's so crazy, man. Having a group now, and like, I mean, the funny thing is, I think a lot of people, and like other groups too. I guess people try to tell me like, oh, this dude, you know, I didn't heard people message me and stuff and say, oh, this guy Kevin. who's this guy, who's that. Like, just because I don't make a bunch of noise, I collect everything.
Yeah, you do.
I mean,
Yeah, he does.
But like, and it's not the brag. I collect what I like. I do what I want. I collect what I like. It's not the brag. If somebody asks me, I say what I like about it, what I don't like about it. But it's sometimes it's it's a lot of collectors in the community that only buy shit because it's popular. That's not me. Like, and it's certain people that buy shit in the community just to show people they got it, and then next week they selling it. I don't want to sell shit. I love everything I have. So, but yeah, that's really it.
I really like your basis on your group. The part of no hate. We're all collectors. Let's bring the love in for, getting our plastic stuff. Whether you have a small shelf and you're rotating that out, getting the pops. Yay. Whatever.
Every now and then there's a pop that I really like that Ian Malcolm.
That's the worst part.
But I love the fact, though, there's not enough of that love going on there. About 2/3 of the Facebook groups out there are basically liquidation sites, and it's just hard to find the ones of just embracing the hobby. So, bravo, sir, bravo.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think Joe gonna be wasted by the time we start actually. Joe picked like 2 or 3 of them back already.
Number 4.
I don't think he's that much of a lightweight.
Nah, I'm good.
Remember to click like if you're here.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, you're also an admin for Toy Kill. Am I correct?
Yeah, I help Andrew out a little bit. That's why I bought most of my SH figure art stuff.
Some
But
good
yeah,
guys there.
yeah, Andrew's a good guy. Straight up,
Definitely.
if he mess up, he'll fix that mistake. He'll make sure he look out for you on the next go around. I mean, the dude's in California. You buy it on a Wednesday, it's coming to your house on a Friday or Saturday with free shipping, and its price is lower than the Japan prices. Ami, and you probably get it a week or so after Ami start getting theirs, start delivering people theirs. You can't beat his prices. So I tried to get him into selling some Transformer stuff, but I think he got his hands full with the Dragon Ball Z crowd right now. So
Big time.
Those collectors can be a little crazy.
Yeah, we're an unholy bunch.
Yeah, you know it. So yeah, I try not to spread myself out because what I do for a living and my 2 kids. But man, this right here keep me sane. I know, like a lot of us, most of the jobs that we do real stressful. I don't want no stress when I'm dealing with this. I just want to laugh, joke, and talk about good figs. That's all.
Hurry up and open. You said you got the Mike Tyson already?
No, it should be. I thought it should have came today. It's gonna come tomorrow. I seen Plastic Bag do a review. It's like 30 minutes long. Yeah.
Open that. Make sure the legs aren't falling off like his.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm sure Storm was going to sponsor us, but Zero chased him off.
I know.
Yeah.
I did.
They actually retracted the email once I got it in the Figure Action inbox. I went to click it, they retracted it. It was too late.
Yeah.
After I sang my song. So
what Storm you didn't like?
It was the Ryu. The Ryu is the one that really turned me off.
The hot Ryu or the regular Ryu?
The original one.
Wow, it's amazing.
Well, if you like watch T's review of it, he had the same issues I had with it. Like the thigh kept falling, or the leg kept falling off at the hip, at the ball joint. The foot kept falling off. Like the hands were super rubbery, and the paint was chipping off of them. And
all right, well, we talk about Tman. He's rough as shit with every figure he has. Tman.
I don't like ball jointed ankles. Ball jointed ankles suck to me.
I seen Tman break a center block with his fingers before, so
it's true. He was trying to give it an ab crunch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was.
He'll make articulation that's not even there.
Though. Why did he have the lights off?
At the end of the day, most definitely, you don't want to bend the center block too far.
Yeah.
That with my Figma link, I thought the ab crunch was better than it was. Nah.
Oh,
thank goodness for the A to Z return policy, right?
Yes. I got the new one the next day. That was awesome.
Yeah. Right on. So let's get into some discussion topics. Actually, it's not on the dock, But let's talk about something we did this week. T and I, we got to go to see Transformers the movie on the big screen, the 1986 movie. I'm sorry, Truth Streamer. I know that was something you wanted to do. And Joe and Parts got to go see the My Hero Academia movie.
Yep.
So
was it amazing?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing.
I gotta go see that. I gotta see that.
I think it's only 3 nights. You better hurry up.
I know. I get the movies for free too. That's the worst part.
Everything that I've said this a couple times, everything you like about the show, it gives you that, cranks it up to 11. It's total fan service. It's awesome.
I gotta see that now.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask Zero and Tman something because for my better understanding. Now I have it on Blu-ray. I actually have the classic movie on Blu-ray, the cartoon. What was the? I mean, me and T talked about it. I didn't have any. I wouldn't want to go see it in the movies again for some reason. That's just me. But I know T-Man had his story. They told me.
Were you alive when that came out?
Yeah, motherfucker.
I forget how old you were. I don't know how old you are. For me, of course, I've had the traumatic experience of never being able to see it as a kid. So I wanted to see it. My only disappointment was, in my mind, I always imagined when I seen it that when the theme song would come on, it would be so much bass. They didn't have any speakers in the back on, and that kind of disappointed
me. Yeah. The sound for the first half of the movie seemed pretty weak.
Yeah.
Did they keep the cursing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It was a Blu-ray DVD version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was real like pretty, all colorful.
Yeah.
Still had
the Marvel Productions. Yeah. The guy next to me was reciting every damn line of the movie.
Oh, that's awful.
I wanted to. I had to stop myself. It was so hard.
I couldn't be like too mad at the guy because it's like, yeah, it's an incredibly quotable movie, but like the whole movie, he was like saying the lines and the songs would come on, and he'd start humming them, and I'm like, dude.
The lady next to me was laughing at everything like it was her first time. So I thought that was cool. And she had a little boy beside her. And I guess the man on the other side must have been his father.
The little boy cried when Optimus died?
I didn't see. I didn't want to look like a weirdo.
Crying. He couldn't see anybody else.
He was like, in reality, he was like on his face like, "You gonna cry? Are you gonna cry? Just like when Spider-Man died in Infinity War?"
Yeah, on the Optimus Prime part.
No, but real talk, he actually turned to the kid and goes, "There you go with that."
So, Zero, what was your whole point of going to see it? Just to say you seen it in the theaters?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was too young to see it in the theater when I was a kid. I was 1 when it came out, and you know, when like VHS was a whole different thing than you know, Blu-ray was today. Like, you know, back in the late 80s, I mean, you know, a movie would come out on VHS, it would still be like a big deal. And I basically rented that movie to the point where the people that own the mom and pop movie shop are like, "Look, you can have this for $5." And so, you know, for me, I remember like talking to my mom and my uncles when I was a kid. They're like, "So this was in the movie theater?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh wow, when, you know, when did it come out?" And they're like, "Oh, you were real little." So it always resonated with me that I was too young to go see it. And you know, as a lifelong Transformers fan, it was something I always, you know, kind of wanted to do. I go to a lot of the Fathom events. I love seeing movies that I never had the chance to see in the theater. I've seen Jaws, the Back to the Future trilogy. I saw the Sandlot when I was a kid, and I saw it again this summer. I mean, I love the Fathom events.
Killing me, Smalls.
Yeah. You play ball like a girl. Like,
but
yeah.
see, to me, I don't know if it's my ADHD or what it is. I cannot sit and watch a movie I already seen. As much as I love Infinity War, I have to have a gap in between, like a 6 months gap. Like, you know how like most of you guys said you seen Star Wars, you had to go rewatch it. I don't think rewatching the movie will make me like it better. That's just me personally. Like everybody
I'm
would
with you on that.
Batman versus Superman. Look, let me tell you something. No one can tell me director's cuts can change a movie so much that they actually like it. That makes no sense to me. That's me personally.
Yeah.
Now, to somebody else, it can make sense. But then somebody was like, "Oh, you gotta see it. Wait to the director's cut." I'm like, for what? They cut it out for a reason. So that's my whole point. So I just don't think it translates to me. Now, I watched the anime movie recently that was amazing. Netflix has Bleach. Just did Bleach. Oh my god, live action. It was so good. It was like 101. But I just can't watch a movie that I already watched, and I won't go see an old movie in theaters. That's just me.
For me, it depends. It depends on the movie. Like Infinity War, I could watch that over and over again.
Yeah.
Because all the action.
I literally said, I'm listening.
I was gonna say, for me, when you're in a theater, it's like a whole different mindset. Like I made, I own the movie. I own I have like the international version. I have the Steelbook. But for me, like going to a movie theater kind of transports you to like a different time and a different mindset. And it like, it's weird to say it, but it made up for never having seen it as a kid. It was like I got my chance and my opportunity to do it. And it was like a different experience, even though it was a movie I've seen countless times.
It was fun to watch it with other people and hear their reactions and whatnot.
And it was a packed theater. Like The Sandlot, that's a big, cult movie. I mean, it's got a huge following. And, my girlfriend and I, we went and saw it earlier in the summer. And there was like maybe like 10, 12 people in there. But for this, like every seat in the house was filled. I was shocked.
Yeah.
See, I just think I'm getting got. Like, y'all get my money twice. Like as I'm buying my ticket, they like suckers. You didn't know this on Blu-ray? Haha. But
you already said you saved the money for toys, and you get them twice.
Yeah, but
about theater, you're seeing Unicron as tall. It's a totally different aesthetic. The music, the
is they breaking up for everybody else?
You're breaking up really bad. I got like Unicron and the music. I mean, are you saying like, seeing all that on the theater screen and then getting like the loud booming soundtrack?
I think we lost him.
Yeah, he's just kind of still there. But I mean, like the most disappointing thing to me was the fact that, like T said, the music wasn't booming. And I guess it was probably part of the theater that they just kind of had it like at a mid volume, because I wanted like heavy bass on the themes.
Me too.
Me too. And it was, it was like medium level. It was like, and
now I gotta see it again now.
Yeah, and like also kind of like, because it was like such a low level, you had like the people there that were like quoting the whole, or at least in my case, that were quoting movies, so I could hear them talking the whole time. And but still, just to get the opportunity and to do it, it was an amazing time. And then like when I walked out, I said to Lex, I was like, "Well, you survived it," and she was like, "No, it was really fun. I liked it." So I guess that was something.
Wait, had she seen it before?
No. That was her first time.
Did she cry when I?
No, she didn't.
After saying how badass he was for 2 seconds.
I mean, in fairness, she didn't have like the attachment I did. Like when I was a kid, I was getting all the toys like secondhand, and then watching the show and learning who everybody was, and then I saw the movie, and then I was like, but of course, the good thing is like when I was like 4 years old, they were coming out with Power Master Prime, and those commercials were, pretty round the clock. So I was like, oh, I know he comes back. It wasn't like he's never coming back sort of deal.
Yeah.
I think it was just funny how everybody was getting shit smoked out of them. Like people were dying. Like it was like Game of Thrones, like popular Transformers dying. Like like in the Game of Thrones, you watching it, you like, oh man,
nobody's safe.
Like nobody's safe from dying. Like anybody can get it at any moment. Like it was weird. Like I was like, and I guess watching it as a kid, I watched it as a kid, but I couldn't remember it. And then like when the theme songs come on, I'm like, oh, I remember this part. I remember this part. But the Blu-ray color, oh man, the Blu-ray color sound, it just changed it. Like as a grown man, I felt like a kid watching it on my TV.
when Prowl's eyes go dead and all that, like that's crazy, man. You know, like
it's crazy how all those weapons did 0 damage. They just bounced off them during the show, and then in the movie comes out like one shot kill.
Right.
Yeah, they took the safeties off finally.
I mean, Ultra Magnus got slayed. Like I'm talking about, like destroyed. I was like, oh, I thought he's supposed to be the tough guy, and then it was over for him. So
yeah, new character got the shit beat out of him, but then they're like, no, but we got toys. Yeah. Bring him back. Like that can't happen.
Brand
and
new.
Then what you were saying, Zero, about Optimus coming back, I will to this day still be scarred by Dark Awakening. The first time he comes back when they resurrect him.
Yeah.
And he's fucking missing an eye and shit's hanging off of him. Yeah, I'm like, that is intense as fuck, man. Like
they wanted to dig the knife in.
I still don't want to watch that episode. It still creeps me out.
If they would have killed Bumblebee and Jazz at the end of the movie, if they would have fell in that pit, I would be still destroyed to this day.
He'd still be raging.
You mean like I am about Starscream?
Spoiler alert. No, I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
I hate you.
You know what else?
I was bawling. That's what killed me as a kid.
What gets me though is like the amount of people that were like laughing at Stars. You know, the Megatron. Is that you?
Here's our head.
Yeah, that got a lot of chuckles in the theater. I hate to break it to you.
No, when I wanted him to die so much, I got tired of him betraying Megatron and Megatron letting him live. That pissed me off.
He finally achieved his goal. He was the first one to finally do what he said he was going to do.
He achieved it for a day and a half. Well done. Well done.
Or whatever space-time is, however long it took for Megatron to reach Unicron.
Yeah, poor Astro Train had to carry all those bastards fighting inside.
And that was
even though space doesn't have, it's like, it's like you're in space. What's the? There's no weight.
Right. That's always hilarious to me how large and small they are.
Well, especially because Devastator's bigger than Astro Train, but became Devastator inside the Astro Train.
Right.
Yeah. One thing was crazy. What? When Unicron was pissed that Galvatron thought he destroyed the Matrix and he kept putting that beam in his head like with the pain. It was like, why didn't he just talk to him remotely?
Yeah, why did he summon him all the way back? Like, what?
I guess Wi-Fi technology wasn't that in the 80s.
Yeah.
Fucking LSD.
Well, in the year 2005.
Fucking acid, LSD.
It is the year 2005.
I'm still pissed nobody's selling those jumpsuits that Spike and Daniel wore. Like, come on, man. Like,
that would be like a good third party item.
Clothing line? That'd be good.
Yeah, you're into cosplay. You want to wear one to you pull off a decent Spike there, Parts. Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Well, moving on. Unless you guys have anything else you want to say about the My Hero Academia movie,
please do.
You have to go see it. You just gotta go see it. It's really good.
I'll go see it.
Yeah, we won't spoiler, but we had a geek moment in the beginning where it almost fell short. So we're sitting there. They had the normal bullshit going on the screen while we're waiting, and people are filing in. What do you think? The theater was like 3/4 full, or full? And I actually read later that they added more showings to accommodate the larger crowd, so that's cool. I think it made $2 million already in the first few nights, and hadn't hit the weekend yet.
And you guys drove all the way out to Delaware, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I drove up to Joe's house.
More than the Predator, and I think what was the other movie it beat already?
The Nun. It beat out the Predator and the Nun.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
So we're sitting there in the theater, and it's getting close to showtime, and I lean over to Joe. I'm like, I had this crazy thought. I'm like, so anybody that's seen the show knows what the catchphrase is for All Might is "Go Beyond plus Ultra." That's like the tag for the show. So we're idiots, and we're sitting there in the chair, and I'm like, hey, when it gets quiet in here, like, I dare you, let's just shout "Go Beyond" and see if all these nerds in here with us will shout plus Ultra. So we did it. So like, I'm about to chicken out, and he leans over. He's like, "We're gonna do it." So it's like, yeah, I guess we're gonna do it. So it goes dim. We both yell out, "Go Beyond," and it's stone cold fucking silent for what seemed like 20 minutes, but it wasn't. It was like 2 seconds. And then one little like voice in the corner says, "Bless Ultra," and I was like, "Thank you." One person had our backs, and then we got some chuckles from that. And I just yelled at, "Thank you, that one person, wherever you are." And then the movie ran. So that was our one nerd moment. That I don't know. It was actually pretty cool. But the movie itself, the movie was funny, and it had a shit ton of action. And for anybody that watches the show and is like, "Gee, I wish there was more All Might," well, wish granted.
Nice.
So was this an original story? Because I haven't watched the show, but I've been reading the manga.
So I don't know the answer.
I'm very
to that.
familiar.
Joe, do you know the answer to that?
You know what? I don't know how close the show runs to the manga, so I can't tell you.
I think it runs really close. From the one that I bought, it almost, a lot of it looks like it's almost page for page.
That's what I've been hearing. It's one of the best adaptations. I mean, I don't want to say where I'm in the manga in case it's gone past the show.
Well, I'll tell you, in the show right now, they just completed their provisional heroes license exam.
If you watch the movie, can you skip the first season or something?
So
you can, but it's not going to.
No, you can watch the movie without. You don't want to skip the first season, but you could watch the movie without ever having seen any of the episodes, because it does throw in. Actually, I was going to mention that to you. Was at first I thought, do they really need to like have these little flashback things to kind of set up the world? But then I was thinking, yeah, you know what? There's probably a lot of people that are maybe seeing the movie that have never seen the show. And so it does set it up. So if you've never seen it, you could go into the theater, watch it, be entertained, enjoy it, and then you could maybe go back and watch the show from the beginning.
Is the guy with the hands on all the hands in the movie?
The guy with all the... Oh, you mean the bad guy?
Chris Hansen?
No, he's not.
Okay.
We don't want to give away spoilers.
Right.
That's why I kind of was just, I didn't even mention names. I'm like,
I will say this, Kevin. I know you are jonesing for an All Might figure. You're waiting for Figma or somebody to announce something, and you see this movie, you're just going to be jonesing even harder.
You're going to want 4 versions of All Might with the Silver Age, the Gold Age, the Bronze Age, and all that.
Oh, I love that. I love that part.
Yeah. I mean, when he fought the monster in the show, the last episode, I was like, fuck. When he fought, what's that? Nemo, or whatever the guy name. I drew the guy, but I don't know his name.
Yeah.
And he was just going all out. Oh man, that shit was amazing.
Past that. The manga's past that.
Yeah. Okay.
So where are you in the show, Kevin? Are you?
No, I finished the first season. I'm lazy, so I don't like reading subtitles. I try to wait for the dub to come out. They say I'm not a true anime fan because I wait for the dub, but shit, I'm American.
No, it's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I know, but sometimes like I'm listening.
No, I just said you watch it however you watch it. Don't worry, that's bullshit. Dubs,
but you know the old saying, you're not a true fan if you don't like. I just don't like a whole bunch of women voices, like on Dragon Ball, on Super. It's like, I don't think a lot of people understand that a lot of the voice actors are actually women for some of the males, and I just don't like all the screaming and shit, like all the high pitched screaming and shit. So, but I like it all. But some people say I'm not a true anime fan, but oh well, it is what it is.
And then
hashtag dubs right? Better than sub.
Yeah.
I watched Dragon Ball Super. So.
Oh, certain parts up you can watch only up to sub, because I guess Adult Swim, or they only up to a certain part. Whatever Funimation up to usually is the same.
Can you get Crunchyroll?
Yeah, but it's sub though. You'll have to.
Nah.
I watched it. Whenever the episodes would go live, my son would be able to get them like right away.
Yeah, it's Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll on internet.
I think he was watching on YouTube.
It's probably somebody uploading it. Sometimes they have like a live stream upload.
So one of the things we got when we were in the Transformers movies, we got some of the Bumblebee movie footage. We get some additional footage.
Oh,
yeah. Not too much more hype, but I'm thinking this movie looks pretty good.
Did anyone else pull a complete 180 on this movie after seeing the trailer?
Yes,
because I did.
I did.
I'll be frank. I haven't seen the last two movies in theaters. I've seen them. I haven't paid for them, but I've seen them. And I'm glad that I didn't pay for them. Like, I watch it for the spectacle, but they're just not good films in my book. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into all that. You like them or you don't.
This is bringing it back. This is the love.
Bringing it back. You're absolutely right.
So one of the things. Just real quick, one of the things I've noticed too is they're going like super anti-Bay, and they're like totally hammering in that Charlie's 18 years old in this trailer.
Yes.
Like trying to get away from that whole Romeo and Juliet law thing from Age of Extinction.
That was
what is he thinking?
stupid.
See, it's funny that y'all say that. Like, I actually love all the movies except the last one. That last one, I literally couldn't get past 10 minutes of it. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't get it. Like, the whole like magic part of it, and I just couldn't get with it. And I'm like you said, I'm glad I ain't paid for it. But like the first one, I love because it was just the mere fact that they actually bought the screen, like all the explosions and stuff like that. 1, 2, okay, 3 and 4 and 5, hell no. So,
but this first of all, is one of the Decepticons? Is it a fembot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, when I heard the voice, I'm like, and my daughter was just like, she's a bad guy? I'm like, yep.
That's
I mean, my 5-year-old wants to see.
Angela Bassett is the voice actor.
Really?
Yeah.
hey, give me 1 second, fellas. I'm gonna step away for 1 second.
Yeah.
So
right.
Arachnia is the voice of her. That is awesome.
Not Angela. No, it's not Angela.
Oh wait,
Bassett.
that's not Angela Bassett. Sorry.
Yeah, Venus Terzo is Black Arachnia.
Yeah.
Tina Turner actress.
Yeah.
Dropkick and Shatter. That's her name. I had to look it up. I can't remember off the top of my head.
And it's like an interesting premise too, because like, you know, even though The Last Night was a flaming pile of garbage, they kind of established that, you know, Bumblebee has kind of been like one of the few Autobots on Earth that's been working with humans, and the premise is kind of like Dropkick and Shatter go to the United States government and kind of tell them that, you know, hey, B is isn't what he seems, and of course he can't talk to defend himself. So
yeah, I didn't think about that aspect.
Yeah, so he's kind of on the run.
Sector 7 is the government agency in the first movie that's been studying Megatron, and they're all of a sudden like wowed by the real life Transformers on Earth. But then yet in the 80s, these guys made contact with the government before that. I wonder how they'll explain. That seems like a riff to me. Like,
they couldn't even get continuity from from the first movie to the second movie to the third movie. Okay,
right?
So it's the Allspark that's powerful. That's why we have the Matrix to take on. Pick one, man. Pick one.
It looks like Megatron's still going to be in it because we saw that shot of the dam.
Yeah, they'll probably show like him frozen.
Well,
I wonder if he's going to look like G1 Megatron frozen.
And what I imagine they're probably trying to do is they're probably trying to create like a deal or something because like honestly, like Kev was saying, like the first Transformers movie is the only really competent one out of all the Bay films. The other ones are, you know, and even then, like, you know, the first Transformers movie kind of goes crazy with product placement and inappropriate jokes, and you know, but at least it tells a coherent story.
And then for some reason,
I have faith in the director. I mean, if anybody's seen Coraline, Kubo and the Two Strings, or Paranorman, you know, Travis Knight, he's capable of telling animated movies that focus on the titular characters. I mean, in fact, all the movies he's directed focused on the titular character. Norman, Coraline, Kubo, you know. And he gave the supporting characters their own deserved screen time. In this movie, I just, you know, really want them to focus on Bumblebee, a few of the Transformers, Charlie, her friend, and John Cena's character. And I'll be happy if it's a focused film.
I heard a theory. I didn't read all of it. It was something online that John Cena might be part of G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, that might explain why this happening here never comes out or is factored into later movies. If G.I. Joe covers it up or somehow goes underground with it, if that's true, man, I think I'm kind of excited about that prospect.
Well, that's funny that you say that about the G.I. Joe. I actually like both of the G.I. Joe movies. I like them. So hopefully that's the case.
I like the second one better than the first, though.
Well, yeah, you probably like the ninja part of it.
Well, no, I like the problem I have with the first one is just real simple. Is that it took like each G.I. Joe are these really unique individual people and have traits, and then at the end of the movie they're all wearing these same fucking exosuits and look exactly the same running around.
I got you.
I feel like they took what could have been a cool individualized, everybody has their own strengths and everybody's a person, and then they were like, okay, well let's make them mech soldiers. Yeah. That was my only problem.
In the last movie, the ninja part to me felt like a whole different movie.
It did. That's how I felt too. It felt like it was two separate movies.
The first movie felt like two separate movies because it started off kind of like semi-realistic, and then you get to like robot sharks guarding the undersea base.
If you were an evil villain, you would have that too. So
I remember seeing it in the movie theater and turning to my friend Zach, and like again, it was a movie that started out really realistic, and I was like, you know what, robot sharks, this shit is G.I. Joe.
Yeah, right. Remember,
I enjoyed the first G.I. Joe movie up until one point.
What's that?
When he did the whole line of "You in what army?"
Oh yeah.
I was literally like, nah. That, and actually they could have gone the whole thing without Cobra. Because Cobra was technically only there for like a minute. The actual Cobra symbol. But no. But back to the Bumblebee trailer. I got a feeling though that Blitzwing is only going to be in the beginning.
Maybe.
It's fun. It's funny that you said that. I thought that was actual Starscream when I saw the first trailer. Though.
You and 99% of the fandom.
Oh, okay. I mean, shit.
Yeah, you weren't alone, man. We were all fooled.
At least on the Cybertron scenes, they've shown like Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp.
Oh god, yeah.
See, I
don't know. One of them was green.
Yeah, it was like Acid Rain.
Acid Rain, one of them.
Acid Storm.
Acid. Sorry, Zero.
I gotta say it because otherwise we'll get comments.
You're right.
He's been named both, if I'm not mistaken.
The funny thing was, I haven't seen this new trailer everybody's talking about, so I can't really speak on it. Is it like I seen one picture of like some type of like throwback when like I guess they got their old G1 styles, like it's like Soundwave and a bunch of other people, and then some people like it looked too CG. Some people saying they trying to just make the fans happy. So I mean, either way, somebody gonna have something to say. That's how I feel.
No, it looks cartoony. The Cybertron stuff did look cartoony.
That complaint is one of the most ironic complaints ever. Oh my gosh, they're trying to make the fans happy.
Right.
Like,
how dare they?
We're giving it to them to shut them up so we can actually have them not detract from the movie. Which now I'm wanting toys, so it's working on me.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the funny thing about the movies. Even though I hate or don't like 4 and 5, I love the Michael Bay designs. Like that Grimlock we just got in that studio series is fucking amazing. Like it's amazing. It's like the Dinobot that I always wanted. And then the Blackout, I love him. I love all of them. I wish they would have made the Barricade actually bigger and Megatron bigger, but other than that, they pretty nice.
Did they release the studio series Barricade already?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Which one? The Barricade?
Yeah.
I have
not
Barricade.
Yet. Not for studio series though.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, I don't have it for studio series. I have the old version. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They revealed him though, and he looks good.
It almost looks like the masterpiece.
Yeah, it's scaled down.
Well, the funny thing is, I think some of those actually fit in that masterpiece movie line, like the like you can use Blackout. Yeah. So I mean, I think it just fits perfect, and I love Ironhide, so I can't wait to see him in person for the first time.
I've got him. He's really good, actually. I'll bring him to the meetup if you haven't found him by then.
Okay.
What was that figure you were holding, Kevin?
I had grabbed some of these to show Joe. I wanted to ask Joe and Matt if they got these.
Yeah, so Bakugo's right there. He's right behind me.
Yeah, I haven't gotten those yet.
And it's pretty cool. I got oh, here you go.
Midori.
Adori too.
Yeah, nice.
And then
so I actually got the KO of the Figma Midoriya just because the real one is selling for like $300, and I just can't justify that. But if you want to just waste like $20, this knockoff that you can get on eBay, it does everything you want it to do.
Did it come with
perfect placeholder?
Did it come with the mask too?
Doesn't come with the mask.
It's not the deluxe version.
It's not the deluxe version. No.
Okay, so the thing is, if you wait like a couple more months, he's supposed to be having a re-release. Figma is supposed to be doing a re-release, and I'm gonna grab like 2 or 3. I want to grab.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'll still. But like I said, this is a good placeholder. If you don't want to spend $300 on a Figma, grab this thing for $20 off eBay.
I would never spend $300 on a Figma. Sorry.
So if they're doing a re-release on Midoriya, would that mean that hopefully new figures are incoming?
Hopefully, but I mean,
Figma, you can never tell.
Right.
Well, from what I heard was they were having a problem with the scale, because if they do an All Might, he would have to be
huge.
Probably like 12 inches tall.
But they did a Hulk, right?
Yeah, but they did other Avengers too. But like, see, Figma. The only bad thing about Figma, they don't give a fuck about stopping the line in the middle of the line. They'll make like 2 or 3 figures and be like, "Fuck y'all." So,
hey man, Injustice Figure Arts. Injustice Figure Arts. Come on, they all do that.
No. Figure Arts will give you a whole line. They'll just stop it at the point. Like they gave you 4 turtles. What else you want? A Shredder? So, but supposedly, I guess, but see, it wasn't their fault because a lot of these companies put those Figure Arts turtles on sale so fast that they weren't able to maximize their money. So it felt like their sales was low, but they weren't. They actually sold pretty well. So I just need like some foot soldiers and a Shredder. I can use my my crane from my third party company for my crane. So, but sorry to get off topic. Back to Transformers movie.
Well, I think the only thing that we really saw that was new is that you see Charlie names Bumblebee because of the sounds he makes, and I thought that was kind of neat. You know, spoilers. Yeah, the color. Yeah.
But so are they still doing? Are they still doing like that? Bumblebee doesn't have a voice or lost his voice box.
Yeah.
When did that start? Was that something I can't remember that in the cartoon?
Was Bay. That was all Michael Bay.
So they just continuing it.
Yeah. They did it for Michael Bay, and then they did it for Transformers Prime.
Oh,
they wanted it to like reflect the movie, and
man, Prime was so fucking good.
It was.
Yeah, it was so good.
Preach.
And the unfortunate thing was like War for Cybertron, he had a voice, but Fall of Cybertron, they took it away off screen.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, he was supposed to get it back in the 3rd game, which
unfortunately, yeah.
What was up with Activision like taking it from all like fucking platforms? What was up? Was it a license issue?
The license. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I still got it downloaded.
Yeah.
I got physical media.
I'm like that too, but I think that was free for me at some point, so that's why I downloaded it.
Yeah. So, to get through some more Transformers topics, you guys been seeing this Perfect Effect Optimus that's coming out?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
It's amazing.
It looks like plastic magic.
Yeah. So,
no, I'm about to look it up.
Well, I'm gonna share it out. So we can so everybody that's watching on YouTube can see this thing. This is an amazing looking piece, and we got some new pictures of it just today.
What?
And yeah, so for those of you who don't know, this Optimus comes with a trailer.
Better than that?
Yeah. So the trailer, So we saw these shots before. The trailer actually turns into it looks like the Jetfire mode from Revenge of the Fallen. And today they revealed that he can actually ride the jet mode like a board. He's actually got some. You can see here. There's a peg hole for it. It looks. We'll go back to the initial shots. So Kev can kind of see some of these painted pictures.
Yeah, he needs to see it combined. He needs to see it combined.
You know what's funny? I seen that Optimus before, but I didn't. Oh,
there it is. That's the reaction we all had.
Yeah.
There's only one more thing that can make that better.
What's that?
If it comes with a stand that can support it in the surfboard mode.
So all perfect effect figures.
Oh, I got something to do that. I got a tri-stand for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No. Perfect Effect has that stand, I know, but if it could actually support him like in a midair, oh god, god, it will be.
You ever seen those like I think it's for like aircrafts, like people use it for model aircrafts. It's like three. Yeah, it's almost like flight poles, and then you just sit it right on top. That'd be perfect for it.
Because these Perfect Effect stands, they're really sturdy.
I think I know what you're talking about, Kev.
Yeah.
Let me detach and go mobile here for a second. That's right. Is it?
Whoa!
Wait, you gotta say, like,
who's that guy in the corner?
Is it that stand there?
Let me see.
No, that's the Unicron stand.
No, that's a stand that I actually purchased. They're called flight poses.
Oh,
yeah. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Trident.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Trident. I have like a couple around here. I think it might be in the attic though. So
I know people use those for their Macross.
Yeah, you can use them for anything. They got rubberized tips on the end. Giggity.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Well.
That's exactly it. But damn, that's my first time saying that whole thing. I think I seen the Prime in grayscale before, but I never seen the trailer of the Jet.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, I'm gonna have to buy that.
They make a good product. I've got their Warden right here, and I mean he's an absolute beast.
I got him. Yeah, I didn't get Leonidas, but I got the Warden.
Did you bring that to a meetup? No,
I didn't. I can bring it to the next one. This was one that I sold, and my buddy Justin Christian, he had this at a really good price. I couldn't say no to, and he gave me a really good friend price for it, and I couldn't say no to it. And it has this time I have the add-on kit, which makes an even more IDW accurate and a much taller figure. And I really can't wait to get my Billy set up when I buy this house, when I find a house.
Billy?
Oh, yeah.
I got it, Billy. We got it, Billy. I'm thinking, I think I might go. I got Billy's and DTOS. I think I might step it up a little bit. I might step it up to what is it? People do the statues in from IKEA.
Oh, the DTOS?
No, not the DTOS. I have a bunch of DTOS, and I got Billy's with clear, like.
You're talking like the big glass things, right?
See the Billy over there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I can't think about it. I'll think about it in a couple of minutes, and I'll just shout it out. But yeah. See, I never understood. Like it's hard being a Transformer lover. Now I'm not as deep as in it as y'all. I just collect like masterpiece stuff. But like third party companies are killing this shit so hard. Like Takara has to step up. Like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Megatron is amazing. I mean, like Megatron, Sunstreaker, they had to step up because these third party companies are just fucking killing it. And then it's like it's cheaper too. Like, you can buy the same, a third party company version. Like the Megatron you bought, the knockoff Megatron, the Wei Jing one. This shit like $200 less, huge, and made a die cast. So, I mean, you can't beat it. They got to step up.
I think it's a double-edged sword for them because the knockoffs, they don't with the knockoffs, no one has to engineer that. They're kind of reverse engineering it, and I guess the thing is Takara and Hasbro, they have to please their investors. So the investors can say, just raise the price, but really, they have to be competitive. Like there's no reason Dinobot should cost what it costs. And I mean, the fact of the matter that Amazon Japan can sell it what they sell it for, and Ami and all these other sites can sell low and more reasonable, some of the older prices that we used to get. Yeah, they need to be a bit more competitive, and this stuff really doesn't cost all that much for them to produce. Especially you see like these small no-name factories are producing a better quality product. How does that work?
Right.
They just see that we're willing to pay that much. Megatron was probably the test.
Yeah, if you watch like the interview Bobby had with Hung to Go of 215 Toys, he basically confirmed a lot of that. That like even with Fans Toys, it was the fact that people are willing to pay more. Fans Toys up their prices, and that's a small scale third party company, doesn't own their own factories, and they're doing it because they know Americans will pay it.
Okay.
Who
is that that Megatron by that new one? It's like a dragon.
That's Perfect Effects.
Yeah,
Perfect Effects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're also doing that Jetwing Prime.
They just stepped up on such a level.
As I say, speaking of primes, there's an oversized knockoff prime that costs less than the official product. I'm going to screen share again. Showz's got this up, and normally here we're not like the biggest advocates of knockoffs, but look at this guy. This is the what company is this? This is called Field Commander. It's from Black Mamba.
What's the price again?
It's I believe $50 shipped with a lot of retailers, which is the same price as the Hasbro product. And if you see here, they took care of the arm flaps, they took care of the hollow parts to the thighs. There's still some waffles going on in the gun and on the Orion packs. Posable hands. It looks like he also has wrist articulation.
Oh wow!
And
that's all I wanted, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks like they filled in part of Orion Pax's arms. I can't tell. This metallic paint scheme, and on top of it, they painted the rims. It looks like they added some stuff to make the cab look a little bit more, even though it still looks kind of janky, to be honest with you.
But I wanted to get their Nitro Zeus. Black Mamba did a great job with that. I mean, they added so much more paint to it and personality.
It looks like they changed the front of the trailer, like it's more red on it.
Oh yeah, it's a deeper red. They painted they painted some more of the details. I can't really tell.
I think the Hasbro one, the trailer was all silver. That's probably why his arms were silver.
Yeah, and the Hasbro one, it was actually just flat gray plastic. And here it looks, yeah, you're right. This part is red, but I think that's probably just to make it look more complete as a robot, like where the arms come together.
I don't know, man. I actually really like that figure. Like,
oh, I do too. I got the Nemesis version too.
Okay.
Yeah. So. But I'd be interested in getting this and throwing it on my desk at work.
I would too, yeah.
It's a nice looking piece. It's a good looking Optimus. For being kind of a even though it's a KO figure, anybody that walks up to it, oh, that's Optimus Prime, and it's a fun figure to mess around with. It's got a great transformation. It's a shame that the Hasbro.
I'll see what Ben says when he reviews it.
He's what he's going to say. He's going to say
it's glorious.
It's
glorious. But I got this guy, the Nemesis version. I think he's still up on Amazon, and I can't recommend him enough. I think he's a lot of fun.
They said they changed like the mouthpiece and faceplate and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. They gave him new head sculpts, and then they gave him additional weapons. He's got these arm cannons and the two swords. And I'm willing to bet that this sword here will be repurposed for Siege. Now I look at it because it's that denser plastic that they used on Punch Counterpunch, and the fact that he turns into a weapon. So I'm willing to bet that you'll see this guy reused for Siege, some way, shape, or form.
Sweet.
We got next. I think that does it for any Transformer stuff we're covering this week. Moving up next, we've got the Figma Overwatch Zenyatta from Overwatch, and we really haven't talked about Overwatch much on our show. I've seen a lot of the Figma Overwatch figures. Any of you guys pick them up? Kev, have you picked any of them up?
I think I got a few. I think I got Tracer. The funny thing is, I don't play the game, but just because you don't play the game don't mean you ain't got like a cool looking figure. So I think I got Tracer. I want Genji, but most retails are selling for $100. So
see, Target's got them for 80.
Well, the funny thing is, you could have got them from Target for $40.
Really?
Yes, because they had the Nandroid, and they had a reverse price. So in the ad, on the online ad, they had the Nandroid for $80, and then they had the actual Figma for $40. So if you went to the counter and be like, "Oh, this was the wrong one," but then by the time I went to go do it the next day, they had corrected the error. So I was kind of pissed. But Genji looks good. Trace is good. I don't know the girl name with the pink on that they about to bring out. I think she Bunny is or something like that.
Yeah.
She looks really good.
I want Reaper. I want Reaper. That's what I really want.
I want Reaper too. So, but this guy that they putting on the screen, he looks really good. I don't really know the character, but you can use him for so many. I was going to use him as a like a Power Ranger villain with my SH Fig Arts.
That's a good idea.
And but see,
I the only play Overwatch though.
So I added this guy to the dock though because first off, he looks awesome. I mean, again, I don't play Overwatch, but he looks amazing.
Yeah, he does.
The detail and and then you go down to the accessories. It comes with three effect pieces, 2 orbs, and then the power-up effect behind them. I'm sure they all have official names. I'm sure I have no idea what they are.
The orbs, they go on to other characters here.
Yeah. And then he has 14 different hands. I've never even, that's way over even the maximum number I've seen with any other figure. So he just looks awesome.
Yeah.
No, they probably come in as $100 if
BBTS has him on pre-order for 80.
80. Yeah.
Other retailers are available.
Yeah, I think it's cool to see Figma so far going all in on this line. It's a rabbit hole. I do play Overwatch. I dabble in it, but it's something that's like I know I can't go down that rabbit hole because there's so many characters, and there's already been third-party treatments. DX9 actually did a third-party Bastion.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
You know, Freeman.
That's the robot guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the. Okay, yeah, I've seen people using that for a filling for their Figma figures.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he like a robot someone fits in, or just he's like a robot character?
He was a reprogrammed robot that was part of the robot uprising, and then was found by like a little girl, and then now fights for good. All I know is he's a freaking camper, and he gets stuck in the corner and keeps on killing me. Sorry, I had to step away from the game for a while. I got a little vocal about it.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Mm-hmm. And we got one more figure to look at, and then we got to get to some very overdue listener questions. And that would be the SH Figuarts Ninja, Batman, Catwoman.
So, yes. Yes.
And Figma's doing one too, I thought.
Are they?
Forget Figma.
It's Figma, not Figuarts.
Is it? Because I'm looking here seeing SH Figuarts.
It is Figuarts. They're both doing the lines. Yeah, they're both doing the same line.
Yeah.
But the Catwoman was just announced from Figuarts.
Yeah.
So see, you got
I've only seen the Figma one for Catwoman.
Oh no, they actually doing the Catwoman for Figuarts too. So yeah, it's funny because they both actually doing the same characters, and like it's funny because when one like if Figma announced it, Figuarts hurry up and put their pictures up, if and vice versa. So it's like they try to beat each other to the punch. But I will say all the Figuarts ones are coming out first because Batman and Joker are out already for Figuarts.
Yeah.
But none are out for Figma yet.
I like that expression they gave her there with the wink. That's
I've watched half of Ninja Batman. I've not yet been compelled to finish it. I've heard
it's good, bro. It's good, bro.
Okay, good.
I like it.
But this design blew me away. I thought this was awesome. Like this, it's so good. It's such a, I don't know. I could see that on my shelf.
Is it because it's Catwoman?
It's because it's Catwoman. Yes.
So, Kev, do you have the Ninja Batman as well?
Yeah. Somewhere. I I got it a while ago. I had it for a while, so.
See, I'm looking at the Figma offerings, and they don't look nearly as good as the Figuarts.
I don't think they are.
When Figma and Figuarts go head to head, Figuarts always wins. They tried.
That's how I feel.
That sounds like a polarizing statement.
No, it is, because a couple years ago there was I know you guys aren't big into the Masked Rider series like I am, but there was one in Japan. In Japan, it was called Kamen Rider Ryuki, and then it was brought over to the U.S. called Dragon Knight. And Figma took those figures and released them under the Dragon Knight run, and then, of course, Figuarts made their own version. And when you put those two head to head, the Figuarts would totally blew them out of the water. So that's one of the few times you actually had two direct lines going on the same figures, and so
it's almost like the same with this new Batman line, this Ninja Batman line. But you're absolutely right, though. I think that's just like when people talk about Mezco. They don't have, to me, they don't hold a candle to SH Figuarts. The quality issues they have.
Are you talking about Mayfax?
Blows it out the water. Yeah. Now Mayfax does look good, but good.
Mayfax has stepped up their game.
They are getting better. I will say that. But let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How many SH Figuarts you ever seen in Ross?
None.
Right.
I never found any Mayfax in Ross, to be honest.
Okay,
Neither.
but trust me, that yeah, I know we was looking together.
I've just noticed that this Toy Wiz link here for the SH Figuarts Catwoman, that's Figma. Look at the stand. Those are Figma pictures.
It is.
I think they have that mislabeled.
I think they assumed.
If it's that like Hexatron stand or that Hex
Yeah,
stand,
it's the Hex. Figma. Yeah, it's the Hex Figma stand, but it does say SH Figuarts on the listing.
He's right.
That's odd. That's really odd.
Somebody boo boo.
I'm gonna email them right now. You made an error.
That is Figma. It is a Figma Catwoman. How about that?
Well, just because it's stand don't mean it depends on who took the pictures. The photo shoot guy, he could have had like
true.
those.
I mean,
those
it looks Figma there, doesn't it? It kind of looks more Figma.
That looks like there's that looks like that.
Really anime.
Yeah.
I would have to look at the joints. I'm gonna try to pull it up.
Well, BBTS's official listing has it as Figma. It is.
Yeah,
it's a good smile.
It's Figma. Oh.
When you get to the female figures, it's kind of hard to tell. Like I've got it up still. Like the.
I'm glad we caught that because that would have been all the messages we would have.
Look at that. I do love that wink, though. That's awesome.
Yeah. I gotta say, like they had me fooled. Yeah. The stand is a dead giveaway there.
The stand is, but
especially since right there it says Figma.
Dead giveaway.
Yeah. Dead giveaway. But
sorry,
yeah, like
total random rant. But I just finally opened up Spider-Ham.
You like it, right?
Why couldn't they paint the webs on the face? I just did that right while we were talking. World of difference. World of difference.
You don't need to. It's like an anime manga style guy.
I'm just saying.
You don't need to paint
need to be painted.
You know what? A couple years ago, that would have been a Build-A-Figure. So be happy.
Yeah. But you know, at least they gave Rocket Raccoon like knee articulation, and you know.
Was it useful?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Was it useful?
Hasbro employee.
Tech Chucker in the comments said they didn't paint it because they were too focused on articulation.
Deluxe says, "Man, y'all some nerds."
Yeah, a Hasbro employee was angry with me because I complained about that figure.
Tman, you complain about every figure, even when you like it.
They always have something wrong with it.
So let's go polar opposite of complaints and get into some listener questions. Our buddy Tyler from Stasis Lock, he asks, in our opinions, what is the best masterpiece figure to date? Takara only.
Takara only?
So I guess we're excluding third party here.
MP36.
You still think it's
stop saying numbers.
Megatron.
Megatron. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Of the ones I own, I'll have to go with Sunstreaker.
Yeah, Sunstreaker's a good one. For me, it's Dinobot. You know, being a Beast Wars fan and finally having that realization of the character, and it's like every day that I see that figure, it's a huge piece. The robot mode, it just looks like it walked right out of the show, and all the features.
He has too many issues for me.
Wow,
man, that's a beautiful
I
figure.
like how you're like
it just jumped out the show.
He looks good, but you got to every time you bend the elbow, you have to put his dinosaur mode back up in his elbow, and you have to readjust everything every time you move it. That drives me nuts.
I wish I had him. This is actually Nate, so I'm gonna take some pictures of it for him, but I still need to send it back to him. But
I didn't know you still had that.
I know I'm a piece of shit. I need to take some pictures of it, but it looks like it jumped out the anime. And T-Man, you got to realize something, bro. No one plays with the figures like you as much as you did. Like most people just exactly. So most people just actually, set them up in their stance and just leave it alone and let it look beautiful. You actually like stab the shit out your other figures with it. So
yeah, most people got a problem.
Do their floor times.
Yeah.
Say it again, extra.
Yeah, T-Man and Matthew Deluxe Baldwin, they like their floor time.
Yeah, I mean, and
is that together or?
It is floor time and chill.
Nah. That's the funny thing. Like I feel like I'm cheating myself sometimes because I don't play with figures. I pose them, take a couple pictures of them, make them look nice, and then I just leave them and let people admire when they come over.
When you
come
see
through.
what they can do.
Oh,
you
that's
hit a falsetto on that one.
Say it again.
I said when you see what they can do, it's just so awesome.
Yeah, but
I can't put it down.
Like watching your reviews, knowing what they can do, I'm fine with it. Like it's funny, right?
You ought to put you put Shadow Panther right next to Sunstreaker because like they're like I just realized they're kind of like polar opposites.
Right? Yeah. Speaking of which,
open them and transform them.
Does anybody know if they're re-releasing Cheetor?
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're doing Optimus in December, or Optimus Primal in December. So Cheetor'd have to follow.
Yeah, well, Nate hit me up and told me they. I guess I forgot to say. Chosen Prime did a re-release of Optimus. So, but yeah, I need that Cheetor. Like that was like my childhood. I know a lot of people don't like Beast Wars. I actually like Beast Wars better than I almost like Beast Wars and G1 run side by side to me because I guess I was old enough to watch it. I was old enough to watch it and understand it, so I was like, "Wow, I like this." And then that new 3D bullshit, I was loving it at the time.
So I think a lot of people love Beast Wars. I think here's the thing: is like I've been in the Transformers community since like '98, and I was like a young teenager when I got online and was going to bottalk.com, and there was a whole community. And like the Allspark, when that was formed, the G1 fans were the minority. And, I mean, the people that were strictly G1, I should say, because everybody that was into Beast Wars liked and appreciated G1. And we were all excited for Robots in Disguise, which was Transformers 2000. And then we were stupidly excited for the Unicron trilogy. So I think like it's the vocal people right now, the people that scream G1, they got into it because of Masterpiece. But you're going to see like the people that have been Beast Wars fans, they're going to come and they're going to have their course. And they'll be probably a lot like the G1ers, and then when the Masterpiece toy line fizzles out, they'll cry about the well drying up.
It's never fizzling out.
It's never going to fizzle out. And that's the thing I like to say to people is like, when was the last time anything new came out with Masters in the Universe? And yes,
hey, watch your mouth.
Hey, no, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, like, when was the last time any new characters were introduced to the series? And you don't have people in Masters of the Universe go, the well's drying up. They've already done Mechanic.
Right.
And they still keep coming out with figures.
Yeah, exactly. So it's they're always going to keep making this stuff bigger and better. Everybody that missed out on Soul Shikoku and Voltron, I hate to break it to you. Eventually somebody's going to come out. Yeah.
479 BBTS. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that big time. But I'm just saying another company's going to come out and they're going to say, this is all the stuff that was good about the Soul Shikoku one. We're going to do it better.
That's gonna be fucking hard, bro.
I thought it was impossible to top MP10, and yet, they're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say what I think is my best Takara because I don't have any Takara masterpiece. I have 2 MPP10s, and I've got the Mega Master, the Weijing Mega Master. I don't have any official masterpiece at all.
Damn, we gotta fix that.
We do, and I don't know what's my first. I think the new Prime will maybe be my first one, but
I thought you were gonna pick up.
I mean, if you think about it, I got 2 MPP10s for the price of one that are oversized. They're freaking amazing.
And that's the problem. Like, you get those oversized die casts for like the price of, 2 of them for the price of one Takara, and it's like, do I really need it?
Another thing too in the chat, reading Irvine48 says he grew up in the Beast Wars era, but he never got into it. Still have G1 and Armada, got out of it, and the ID Comics brought him back in. That's the other thing too, is the IDW stuff that has its own audience, and I think there's so much more out there than just G1. I appreciate the IDW stuff. Like I said, I didn't appreciate IDW. I got Warden because he was a head for Fort Max. I thought he might work on the Titan Return, and then when I started getting into IDW, I was like, and Nightwing he brings up a good point too. In his mind, G1, Beast Wars, and Beast Machine are all G1. It's all part of the same continuity. So for me, like, I don't see the disconnect.
That's how I felt too. Because I know they had that episode. The weird thing is they had the episode with like I guess like Optimus Prime went to go see his former self or some shit like that. He was like huge, and they was walking around. So I thought it was all in the same continuity too. So that's why I don't understand why G1 people don't like Beast Wars as much. So.
Because they ain't cars.
Oh, because they ain't cars?
Truck, not monkey. That's a famous line from the IGN Beast Wars game review.
Okay.
I never knew that's where that came from.
Yeah.
I would like to say... Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say, my favorite... I still think, for me, the epitome of the masterpiece line is Soundwave.
Oh,
that figure... Flawless execution, slight bit of modernization, still looks like it jumped from the show. Perfect accessories. I mean, the American version came with all the tapes. Yes, I know MMC redid some of the tapes for scale, but the fact is, I got all the tapes. I didn't have to go hunt them down. He just looks freaking awesome on his shelf. I got Laserbeak on his shoulder. I mean, I'm looking at all of them. I'm holding MP10 here. And I still think that's the one that still has the most love. I mean, Megatron, yes, Tman, you loved it, but he still had the paint issues. Yes, he did. And they were doing the whole re-release for him and all that stuff. Soundwave came out right out the gate, 10 out of 10. I've not heard a single person give a true naysay about that figure.
The hips.
But that's Megatron can break dance.
My only complaint is I wish his hips were, I wish they used universals on them instead of those weird ball swivel things.
Yeah,
shut your whore mouth. No,
Well,
Soundwave's articulation is his ankles, like they don't rock forward, so that eliminates some poses. Like I can manipulate his hips in a way that I can get certain poses, but I can't get the feet to stand up the way I want.
That's a good topic for another show. Is like the deal breakers in articulation. Do you have any? What are they? Or if a listener wants to submit that question, maybe I'll just I'll pin it in. Lance Park asks. I'll frame him for one. For something I want to know. Well, while we're on this topic, another listener topic comes from our buddy and first guest on the show, Tim K. He wants to know: do we transform or are we straight to the shelf?
Transform. You already know.
Yeah, well, we know you, and for me too, it's the same. Well, I like to mess with them figures.
I'm glad y'all said that. So once I transform, if it's in robot mode, I'm good. Like I don't need to keep transforming back and forth. Now I see some people that do like they buy 2 of everything, have one in, car mode and one in robot mode. I just need robot mode because in my mind that's how I see it. I don't see it any other way. I see is the robot mode, and that's it.
With the exception of 2, I've transformed every figure in my display.
What's the 2?
Galaxy Meteor, just because I haven't had the time, and Hexatron, because F that figure.
Galaxy Meteor is easy to transform.
Yeah, and Hexatron's easy to transform too. Dave, are you selling your Hexatron?
Not sure yet.
If you ever do, I need one. I need an IDW 6-shot. So.
I mean, I was thinking about that. Never mind, that joke's been done to death.
if you're ever in a bind,
like you need money for a car or something like that.
Oh, hey, your sunroof. You need some, oh yeah.
I don't think you're going to give me down payment for a car for a 6-shot.
You got to start somewhere.
But I might put a little bit towards not too terribly much. And we do have one more listener question.
Oh, as far as straight to shelf,
I
transform.
I'm sorry, Matt.
No, it's all right. I mess with my collection all the time. Like anybody looks at my displays, it looks like a mess because I'll have them posed, but they won't stay that way. I'll transform them back and forth, robot mode, pose them. They're always changing.
Yeah, I mean, I like to take figures off the shelf and reappreciate them. I feel like when I move, it's going to be a lot of that, especially for the figures that I need to get back in a box to transport, and they were packed in alt mode. So
that'll be a day.
You're gonna love that Batcube collection.
That'll be a treat. Yeah.
Oh look, War Dog.
Oh God. Yeah, he did come packaged in tank mode, didn't he?
You can get wrapped gently in bubble wrap and set it up.
Yeah, no, I may just get some boxes and bubble wrap and big freezer bags. Pieces.
Is he really that bad?
Yeah.
Why everybody talking about him?
Yes. Holy shit.
Yeah. But he looks so amazing. And
he does, but he's not a he.
It is a living meme. It is the meme.
Yeah.
It took me hours to edit that transformation sequence.
Quick, someone send one to Jobby.
Oh God. Yeah, when the fans toys one comes out, I bet we'll get a few donations.
6-minute transformation sequence, and you know how he chops it up. It'll still be 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I do. Is when the fans toys one comes out, that'll be my donation to his PO box.
That'd actually be kind of cool. Do that under the figure action. That'd be a great.
Oh yeah, no, I do it under the show. So one last question, and it comes from one of Tman's subscribers, Langlist, and he commented that action figures with light up features should start including remote controls. So instead of digging into hard to reach parts in their bodies for a switch, you could just press a button. That's actually a good idea. I feel it might add onto the cost.
Were they willing to pay the price though?
That's the big question. Is the only time I've ever seen that is with the Unimetal figures. A good friend of the show, TJ Duck, Kuma Style, he reviewed the Unimetal Optimus Prime a while back, and that thing actually did have a remote control. And that was that's a $1,000 figure. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I got lights from Five Below with a remote.
I was gonna say, let's take it a step further and make that shit interact with Alexa. Like, Alexa, turn on my Mega Man, and she'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about, motherfucker.
No, I mean, it's funny. It's they'd put a premium tag on it, but there are really cheap remote control toys that do have LEDs. And I mean, really, what is the difference if you think about it? Like, it's the company, and I think they know that, like, we can mark it up if we have this feature, but it's really not all that expensive to do. I mean, I've bought cheap HDMI switch boxes off of eBay, like $5 shipped.
Yeah, but you gotta think about this. So you got a company that got a big name behind them. When that light cuts off and start working, they gotta resend those lights out constantly. And if they don't, then collectors talk about them like shit. They're not gonna take the chance, bro.
That's true. But imagine if, like, Hot Toys incorporated remote controls, because they're I think they could get away with it. Oh, they did.
Yeah, like my RoboCop comes with a remote control.
Really?
Yeah, and you press it says RoboCop on it, and when you press the button, it's a speaker in his chest that talks.
Oh shit!
I think Ed 209 might be the same way, and he's made out of diecast.
Now, what made Langless bring that up was me putting the batteries in my Terminus Giganticus, the Fan Stories Omega Supreme.
That could add a remote.
Just getting to the switches to turn the lights on is a hassle, especially in the hands or arms. I mean, since he doesn't really have hands.
Was that your revisit that you posted the other day, Tman?
Yeah.
Well, and speaking about lights and stuff, like for instance, my Hawkbuster, I was gonna get a soap reactor. It's basically like a battery pack for your for any Hot Toys figures or any figures that has like take those like C batteries or those flat batteries, and you basically just hook it up to the spots where the battery's supposed to be at, and you just hit the button. You can do like motion, or you can hit the button, but that by itself costs like $150 to between like $100 to $150, depending on how many places you need the batteries. And on the Hawkbuster, I mean, y'all seen the size of the Hawkbuster. It's probably 8 or 9 different compartments that you gotta put batteries in.
Ooh.
So, but I can see it for a display, but if you plan with the figure constantly, are you really going? How much you going to use the light features?
That's what I was going to ask too.
I think I'd use it more with the remote, to be honest. Like if you walked in and you had your remotes out and you could just go up and be like boom, 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 and like show your guests like here they are all lit up. Because I mean, really, if you have them displayed and you want to show off the LEDs, you're gonna have to take each one out and fidget with it, and then you mess up your pose. I think for figures like Hot Toys, where they're really kind of figures that you want to get into one good pose and leave them there, like those remotes are integral.
Yeah.
A big
so
figure.
What about just making the batteries last a ridiculously long time? So, as for example, I have a scope, a red dot scope on my rifle. It's high dollar. It's not cheap. It's powered by 3 of the little flat batteries. I don't know exactly what number they are, but same type of batteries we're talking about.
Button cell.
You can leave that thing on, and it'll stay on for like 2 years. It's on right now. You pick it up, and it's on all the time. And that's one little LED, granted, but give me a battery capacity where I can just leave it on for like 6 months or something like that, and I'll just change the battery out every 6 months, and just have everything just stay lit up all the time.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Like the I know you've got him right there. Is the Optimus from MAS or the Mega Action Series? Like those LEDs burn out quick. And is it like how it's wired? I'd really like to know the science behind. Maybe a listener might know the science behind like why LEDs tend to go up that fast.
I also don't know how much I would trust the third party.
Right.
Electronics to be on all the time like that. I don't know. Maybe bad.
Yeah, come home and your whole house be on fire.
Well, I mean, LEDs don't generate enough like
they don't. They don't get.
Yeah.
Coming from China, they do.
I'm just talking about the wiring. Yeah.
I'm more worried about the shitty paint fumes coming from some stuff from China.
Yeah.
Mixed with the spark from the bad wiring, and then you
so
how much lead paint are we breathing?
So Joe, I was looking at in the background at Joe, and he got 2 of the same figures I got. He has the Saitama and the Genos, and I can tell. Me and Joe can tell you when you open those shits up, it smells like lead paint and fucking any 3A figure. When you open it up, it smells. It smells like a factory. I mean, I think you had
the
Doom,
Doom
right?
Marine. Yeah, the Doom Marine. He even at the meetup, man, he's
No, I have all the Walking Dead figures, but the worst one was Michael Myers. I have a Michael Myers back here, and it's like really heavily sold. It smells like if I light a match, it's going to catch on fire. Like literally.
The worst one I've had is this knockoff. When I got the knockoff Deku, I got a Solid Snake, and they clearly made by 2 different people. the Solid Snake is terrible. And I was actually having more fun playing with it because the figure was so god awful. I was taking a lot of pictures and sending them to the chat and just making fun of it. And I started to realize I'm getting like a serious headache here because this thing is putting off fumes. I'm like, I got to put this thing back in a box because like I'm worried, like I'm like pass out and like I might not make it to the next day.
Yeah. But like I said, my Michael Myers, I literally didn't want to put it in my deep talk with the rest of my Hot Toys figures because it stunk so bad. And I let it out for probably 2 or 3 days and then the smell came off of it. But yeah, about the battery situation, the button cells, some of those batteries from certain companies, even Hot Toys, they go the cheapest because they already send you a high dollar item. They don't want to pay a bunch of money for batteries. They get them in a shit ton, ton supply. So they're not gonna go with the like lithium, top of the line. They're gonna be like, "What? You said we can get 1,000 for $1? Let me get that."
And Amazon is like the place to go for your button cell battery needs. I remember when Randy from Nerd Out picked up the MAX. We got to get him. We got to get him on here too. He's and there's gonna be some yelling and Nerd Out when he's on here. He like went to get batteries and he like ended up spending like $20 just to get the batteries for the Optimus, and I was like, man, he could have just got them off Amazon. It was like I sent him the link, like $5 for all the batteries and then the replacements.
But I think what Hot Toys should do is just make their units all remote ready and then just do an official Hot Toys remote. So that way you don't have like 30 remotes that you have to worry about. So when you walk in, you hit
Grimlock
the
in the chat said that. But here's my concern. What happens when you get one figure out of sync? And so you've got all these ones on, one off. When we hit the remote again, then the one turns on and the rest are all off.
It'd be like on a different frequency.
They should have dip switches on there. Everything is good as long as it doesn't hook up to your garage door opener. Then you're screwed.
It sounds like personal experience right there, son.
Actually, yes. I had a ceiling fan light in one of my apartments that was a remote control, and it was on the same signal as my neighbor who came home at 3:30 in the morning every night. And I knew he came home at 3:30 in the morning every night because all of a sudden the lights would turn on for that first week. And that's when I found out the dip switch. Yeah.
But that's smart. But I mean, I think Hot Toys, it's certain companies out there, solid companies that live to make other companies create themselves. Like Soap Studios started because of Hot Toys trying to create the batteries for the Hot Toys figures, like the Iron Man and anything with batteries. And just like Takara has all these companies starting because of stuff products they already made. Like, all these people that's making, the hands, the After Effects, the feet for the combiners and stuff. It's certain companies that, because of Takara and Hasbro, they exist. So, which is a good thing. Nobody should have a monopoly.
Yeah. It's kind of funny you think about it, like in the video game industry, like all the people that have to make like, add-ons to systems like charging docks. And, when you get to Nintendo, the third-party scene's always been huge. And if you think about it, there's a lot of parallels. The biggest difference is it's sold in brick and mortar stores, and a lot of it's officially licensed.
Yeah, well, we talking about some of the third-party stuff now when it comes to like gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what's that? Nyko makes everything for everything. You know what I'm saying? Controllers,
Hori. Yeah. Hori. Let's just say I picked up a Hori accessory. I'm gonna grab it real quick. But it's something that a lot of people wish the Switch would have had.
Is that the docking? The dock?
No, I got it right here. It's the D-pad. So the regular Switch Joy-Cons don't have a D-pad, and Hori came out with a Joy-Con that does. And the feel of it's pretty much
Doesn't Hori have like the seal of approval and everything?
Yeah, they got the Nintendo seal of approval. I mean, this thing literally feels the same plastic, same quality. It's just that it'll only work when it's connected to your Switch. So you unfortunately can't use it, when it's running on the TV. But if you have a Pro controller, it's fine there. But in handheld mode, it's nice to have the option to have a D-pad.
Yeah, I got a Pro controller. It's fucking sweet. I was mad that it was $70 though.
I got mine with the Amazon local delivery back when I first started, doing that. I remember it was like right when the Switch was new, and I was playing Breath of the Wild, and I was like, I want a damn regular controller to play this game. Yeah. And
I think you got me a Pro controller.
I did. Was it Christmas?
It might have been.
I think it was.
It was either Christmas.
I was sitting here thinking, "Oh, I got mine for a good price," but then I was like, "Wait a minute, I didn't pay it all."
Damn good price, man.
T-Man, you better hope Extra Zero never have kids.
That's the plan, right?
We'll see.
You should run up to him every time you see him, hit him in the nuts.
Oh God, no.
On that note,
what are friends for?
Did you have to go to sleep before work, Kevin?
Yeah, it's cool. I don't ever sleep anywhere.
That was the first hot toy I ever touched. Loki, for the people that are listening.
Yeah, our buddy Alex brought that to I think the second meetup we had. But
so was that about it? I guess.
Yeah, I think that's about it. It's a good show, Kevin. I want to thank you again for coming on tonight. Oh God, Nathan Simmons writes, "Poor Extra Zero. No kids for you getting punched in the ball."
What's up, Nate?
Don't punch me in the balls, Steve.
Well, shit, Nate got so many kids, he can let you hold one.
That's true. I could just bring them on over, and then we don't have to go through the trials and tribulations of childbirth. I just got kids with Southern accents.
Basically.
Hey,
you don't have a Southern accent, Dave.
My kid does. Sometimes.
Really? Sometimes.
Well, his kids are in California. I don't know if they're going to have that accent.
That's true.
That's something for me to ask him after we get off of here.
Well, let's go down the line. And he writes Uncle Extra Zero. And now I guess you put Uncle on me. I got to get your kids stuff for holidays.
Right.
That's how. See, I don't have siblings. I just have cousins, and I get the uncle moniker. So it's like my cousin's having twins, and I got to buy 2 of everything for her kids. So. Yeah. Fortunately, T hasn't dropped the uncle moniker. Don't do it. Fortunately, his kids are getting up there. So.
Shit, T-Man got like 17 kids.
And counting.
He's got 9, 7, 8 kids.
9, 7, 8 kids, huh?
Yeah. So we'll go down the line real quick and figure out where we can find everybody. True Star Screamer, where can people find you?
Predominantly on Instagram at True Star Screamer, and that's again with a TRU. On PlayStation Network, True Star Screamer. I will take you on in Tekken at any time. And then
Tekken.
On the Facebook groups, I am David Lutwack, the one and only.
Very cool.
The hell was that?
That was a zipper. Here, you zipping your pants back up?
Yeah. I have that effect.
No, I was unzipping this switch.
I know.
I have that effect.
Not on me.
Parts, where can everybody find you at?
I'm Partsformer on Twitter and Instagram and Xbox Live. And you can find me here Friday nights.
Very cool. Joe, how about you?
I am on Instagram at JoeFigure83, and you'll find me on Facebook under Joe Crab.
Very cool. See, everybody knows where to find you, but just in case.
I'm everywhere. I don't know. Can y'all see this friend code?
You little to the
SW something.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube. Which way? This way? Oh wait.
I feel like cup a little to the left.
Right there. But anyway, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Tman978. I don't know what I am on Tumblr, but I'm sure if you search Tman978, you'll find me.
What about on Grindr?
I'm not on there yet.
Yet? I learned something tonight.
How about Christian Mingle?
Not yet either.
How about JDate?
No, he's a
I don't even know what that is.
Farmers.com.
Farmersonly.com.
I mean, I could like take your head and put it on like Darius Rucker's body, and you have like dates for weeks. All right, Kevin, how about you, man? Where can everybody find you at?
Man, that too. On Instagram, I go under Kevin the Collector's Collector. I post my art and figure photography. Also, I'm Kevin Womack on Facebook. I'm on Twitter as Kevin Womack, but I never use it. What else? Join the D.M.V Action Figure Society group. Everybody's welcome to join as long as you don't bring any bullshit.
We'll try to put the link to that.
Yeah, we'll put everything in the YouTube notes actually for the group.
Yeah, and just come with an open mind, open heart, just
open wallet.
Yeah, that's Toyco.
No, yeah. And just enjoy. But yeah, like I said, on Instagram is really what I post a lot, and the D.M.V Action Figure Society, as well as I post a lot on the Syndicate as well. So when they approve it, anyway.
Yeah. Well, fortunately we know a guy that can do all that.
Yeah, but Nathan approves off my stuff. Him and Rube the Great, not T-Man. T-Man doesn't love me anymore.
Well, that's what I was talking about, was Nathan.
I kind of been lazy on Facebook lately. I haven't even been clicking on the Facebook app, to be honest, almost.
All those notifications, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've been tossed in as a moderator for a couple of groups and an admin for another, and it's like sometimes you just go through and you're like, what was all this?
We have so many admin and mods that they're like ninja quick with approving.
And the thing is, like, people love to do stuff while you're at work, and you start seeing all the notifications pop up. And it's like, you gotta do this during business hours. Come on now.
Where can we find you, Zero?
Well, as for me, you can find me on the Facebook groups as James Jordan. You can find me on Twitter, where I need to be a little bit more active, at the Original Zero. You can find me on Instagram as Extra Zero. In fact, I think this week I'll open up my Instagram and start posting some more figure photography. Being on vacation, I'm going to have a lot of time on my hands. You can, of course, find me on the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live as Extra Zero. All one word on PlayStation, Extra Space Zero on Xbox Live. And, of course, you can find me here every Friday night with all you wonderful people. And, and as for us, what's that?
Can I plug my Xbox?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Xbox Killer Cav 4959, PlayStation Killer Cav 4959, Switch, I don't know.
They got to do away with those friend codes.
Yeah, I don't understand the Switch, but I'm on it. So all right, that was it.
Yeah, I'll have to add you on PlayStation, Xbox there.
Yep, always down to whip some ass in 2K or Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I got Dragon Ball on Xbox, so
I got it on Xbox too.
Awesome. Well, as for us, we are Figure Action. We're here every Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Of course, as I said earlier, you can catch up on our old episodes on YouTube, on the iTunes Store, Google Play, Podbean. Be sure to like and subscribe our channel. Don't forget, we do have the Deadpool giveaway. All you have to do is share your figure photography on Instagram, and hell, Kev, you can even win that Deadpool. Dave's holding it up. Ooh. You just got to use the hashtag Figure Action Podcast, and we will be picking a winner next week. And I suppose if we don't, we might do a wheel decide and give it away to the people in the chat. I can't call it because it's Dave's figure to give away.
I've used the hashtag. Y'all better get on it.
Oh, jeez. So we'll make sure to promote that hashtag again. Of course, we are Figure Action, and we look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching on YouTube. It's been a blast. Peace.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah,
See
right.
ya.
Good night. Peace out.